What's up?
We've got some concerns.
Just curious
Sure.
about what you think you heard at the pool table.
I didn't think I heard it.
What did you hear?
I heard it.
What did you hear?
You said I don't trust that bitch.
About who? And when was
don't
this?
know.
At what time?
Earlier today.
At what time?
I can't tell you.
Why can't
Because
you
I
say?
don't know. I know it was at some point today.
So out of nowhere, playing pool,
I saw
enjoying
the door
a pleasant pool
closing.
game.
I saw the door closing, which meant that somebody had just gone by. I
Somebody?
don't think-
So it wasn't Maddie or Paris. It meant anybody.
I don't think you're gonna call a man in the house a bitch.
Actually, I would.
Not in that context.
You'd be surprised.
Not in that context. I don't think you would have called a man a bitch in that context. And I know that Dayla wasn't outside. So it was someone that just went outside. So by process of elimination, it's one of the three women in this room, and Erica was upstairs in a room with Johnny. And that takes down, Erica was upstairs. So that takes it down to only two options.
Well, that's your
And there are two
theory, Ryan,
options.
and it's lovely, but guaranteed those words were not uttered out of my mouth today, especially when we were not talking any game whatsoever, and we were just enjoying a game of fucking pool.
Okay.
Okay.
Like, where were you? What you're saying?
And where were you that you could
I-
hear a whisper of,
I was just coming into the backyard, and if anyone knows if you're sitting in the black chairs, you can hear what's said at the pool table.
what black chairs?
The black chairs and the area right outside the backyard, you can hear almost everything in the backyard or in the kitchen. As I was approaching from that area, I heard you say it.
So me and Liv said it, or now I said it?
You said it to Liv, which is what I've said to everybody.
Okay, well, Liv has zero recollection of this conversation as well.
I don't know what to tell you, Allie. I know what I heard.
Well, I didn't say it, Ryan, and if I did, I wouldn't have had a problem admitting.
Have the best relationship with Allie and say, she's talking shit about you when you're not
didn't
around.
say
It's
you.
It wasn't
questionable.
like that.
I didn't
It was
say
she's
that.
talking shit about you.
But it's, I heard Allie say this. I don't
I
know
don't
if it
trust
was.
that bitch, and I assume it's one of you two. What the fuck? What the
Okay.
fuck?
But here's the deal.
How do you even know? I know for a fact I didn't say that today, but even if I
Because
had said it,
within
how
the-
do you know what the fuck I'm talking about?
Because within the last 24 hours, I know you've tried to get me out the door.
Oh, so that's your reasoning.
So the
That's your
people-
reasoning
no,
to try
no,
and sewer my
no,
fucking
listen,
name.
Listen to me. Hold on. Within the last 24 hours, I know you were trying to get me out the door, which means you were talking to the four people in this room who everybody assumes, I guess, would be the four people that would force a tie, right? So obviously, if you're having those conversations behind my back and you're talking to somebody and somebody goes out the door, maybe you're saying to Liv, no, that's not the person that we can get to flip on Ryan and make it a 5-3 vote.
Maybe being the operative word. You're making assumptions, some dumbass assumptions, because that wasn't it. Especially after I told you that I do play this fucking game with heart, and I looked at you face to face, and I said, okay, Ryan, I'm gonna go on based on your sincere apology and the intent that you're not coming after Liv and I. Right,
not.
but it's okay to fucking throw my name into on something that you have no idea what the fuck's about and build a bigger target on my back with someone you think that, oh, maybe she's not super tight with her as she is with Liv, so let me see if I can convince her of something. That's fucked.
Here's my question.
That's fucked. Fucked.
Well,
Paris, what's your question? Could you have said it about something else? Like something
I
telling...
swear on my mother's life, Mama, I love you more than anything in this world. I did not utter those words today.
Okay, Ryan, see, that's weird to me.
Okay.
so what if it was just something like, fuck you, bitch? To like,
It could have been a fuck you, bitch, but
Like
I wouldn't have
something,
whispered
you know,
it. I wouldn't have whispered it. There was literally no game talk while Liv and I were playing pool today.
That's what.
why there is an area of chance that this is just like a mishearing
Misunderstanding.
thing. This is like,
And if it's a misunderstanding, how dare you
If it's a
take it?
misunderstanding, then I apologize, but I believe what I heard. I believe what I heard.
and even if he's necessarily like relaying that, it doesn't mean that he's coming for you. You know what I mean? Like it's just like
No, but even if he said that, even if he's not coming
We're
for me,
in a
there was no
situation-
need for him to do
Say
that.
it.
He could have logged that information and
Yeah,
been like,
you're right.
and
You're
talk
right.
to me
You're
or
right.
whatever at a later situation.
48
He saw an
hours away from
opportunity
being
and he
on the
took
block
it.
and 48 hours away from
felt the
nomination,
pressure, thought,
I should-
hey, let me do this.
I should log
That
off.
was your strategic gameplay, and it backfired big time, at least with me.
I don't know what to tell you. I
Well,
heard what
I'm
I
telling
heard.
you, after that sincere
I heard what I
conversation we
heard.
had in the HOH, I was leaning towards you.
I was
We
up.
played pool last night, and you asked me, how do you feel? I said better.
Yeah.
Because my heart wants to fucking believe you.
Yeah.
And after this little fucking thing, you can fucking forget it. I can't have somebody like you who's gonna throw me under the bus any goddamn chance they get on something that isn't even concrete. How dare you?
Did you come at me today at all?
No, anybody?
No.
No. What did you say?
Have I come at him today? Have I been in places whispering, trying to sewer Ryan?
Not
To
to
any
me.
of you, please,
Not
for the
to
love of
me
God, tell the
personally.
truth.
Not
It's
to
been
me
a
personally.
hard toss up from you all day. It's been a hard
All day.
I'm still weighing my options.
I knew
all
I had to
day.
come talk
All day.
to you,
And the only
but-
conversation I had about you and Marin today was HOH.
Yeah.
That was the only game talk I've had all day, was in the HOH, saying, I see this good stuff about Ryan. I see this. Now that we've had this conversation, I'm feeling a little bit better. But there's still a piece of me that has a bit of paranoia. But we still have time to think about it.
Facts.
Roll clip!
Literally roll clip.
Okay.
That's it. That's all I had to say. I'm done.
You can say that, Allie. I mean,
No, I don't. I'm going for a walk.
She can say what she wants. I know what I heard.
But Ryan, she swore on her mom's life.
Sure. She can say what she wants. I know what I heard. I don't know who she was saying it about, but I know what I heard.
I just
And I know
for
she's been
future
talking
reference,
to
if
all of
someone-
you. I know she's been talking to all of you.
Absolutely.
And it's my fault for not following that person out into the backyard and figuring out who it was specifically.
But just because
I
someone
guess.
walks by doesn't mean that someone saying I don't trust that bitch has anything to do with someone who just walked by.
Sure.
You could literally be
Sure.
talking about anything. And I just
Or
think it was grounded, like it was less grounded in facts, just because even if you heard those words come out of her mouth, to blatantly go up to two people and be like, she might be talking about you, watch out kind of thing, is like, that's just one of those things where I'm like, I
the
can't
game
get behind
extends
it.
beyond 1 week, though.
Absolutely.
The game extends beyond
For
1
sure.
week.
I agree.
And I've got 2 people that have committed to voting for me until this point, and I don't know if that's changed, but I had 2 people committed to voting for me at this point, so I feel like they have my back, and I was going to have theirs. In the other side, I've got a woman who's trying to backslide me and take me out. So if that's what, and is trying to engineer a blindside. And when did I tell you, Paris? When did I tell you?
Is it half an hour ago?
Yep.
Yeah, like within
I told you after what?
Ryan, man.
Putting it all on Front Street. I told you
you
after.
were good.
I told you after. I told you after you were told that
Just gets
Allie
made
told you
more
to go talk to
difficult.
Erica today.
Like the paranoia, like you just like,
I'm sure I did.
Frustrated.
I know.
But I mean,
we had it.
I know we did.
Well, then.
But I don't
Fuck.
I don't believe her. I don't believe her.
I'd give $1,000 to Big Brother just to look at it.
Sure, but they won't give you that.
No.
It's not about the thousands,
Please
like,
go.
or
Are
not
you
about-
kidding
Diary
me?
room.
It's just not, whatever. She's
To me,
done.
the fact that she's swearing her mother's life is something that's very concerning to me. Because, like,
Yeah.
Ryan, I want you in this house, but if that's something that you're willing to lie about, it's really messed up.
Well, then, I'm not willing to lie about it because I wouldn't have given you any bullshit information. I haven't given you bullshit information the whole way. So that's just is what it is.
Ryan brings this lunch.
Ugh.
Sorry,
Let me go for my water bottle. No, I'm good.
I'm really sorry. Like,
It's okay.
really look at me from the bottom of my heart. I never meant for that to make you feel like you can't come to me with things or that you can't trust me with information, because you and I both know that you've given me a lot of information that's sealed up in a vault.
yeah, but if I, like, trust you enough to just come straight up to your face, it's like, I don't want it to end up being that.
And it's not always going to be that. This is
Okay.
such an isolated incident, and I
Yeah.
just want you to understand why. Because
Yeah.
this is not just from you, babe. It's
I know.
literally the 95% of this house has come up to me about something. It just sucks
He
that it
told
was
me he was going to swear on Carter.
on what?
That he heard you.
Okay, that's fine. Swear on Carter. Roll clip. Please roll clip. Please roll clip.
My question is, could you have said it as a joke about something else? And that's what he took and ran with.
Maybe, but I actually literally verbatim do not remember uttering those words at all. But if I did, and roll clip of me saying, I don't trust that bitch, if it was 1000% about something else entirely.
Okay.
If I did say it. But I'm 100% sure that I didn't even say it. But if I did, on the off chance that I said it in something so light that I don't even recall.
Because if you thought, like,
Yeah.
I'm just trying to get her vote, and I heard this thing.
Yeah, and then I could see his point for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I could see his point for sure. If
Yeah.
that's actually what it was. But
Yeah.
I don't even remember saying it. And Liv doesn't even remember us having any. We literally had zero game talk while we were playing pool.
Yeah.
Zero. Because we've been talking this thing to death, and all we wanted was to play pool.
Yeah. I know.
So if I did say it, and maybe I don't remember because it was that insignificant that I was talking about something completely different, then maybe that is a thing. And
Yeah.
I could see why he did that. But the point is that he still saw an opportunity to take my name and build a bigger target over it.
Yeah. I don't think it was necessarily like for your name. It was like to just say like you shouldn't necessarily like I have your back. That's
Fair
the
enough.
kind of thing it was.
But I want you to know I have your back. And this wasn't something that I wanted to do to screw Paris over. This is something that I felt I needed to do because it's been constant for weeks, since week 2, when he turned me and Dela against each other.
yeah.
So this has been building since then. And
Yeah.
I didn't call him out then. So
Yeah.
do you understand how by this point I'm like,
Yeah.
but that doesn't change the fact that I apologize from the bottom of my heart if you feel like I handled it poorly.
That's okay. I probably would too.
Because, and I think you would, if it was your name and it
Yeah.
was this repetitious, you would have too. Because I
Yeah.
know you, and you said in the bathroom today, we're a lot alike.
Yeah.
And I know that little devil is inside of you as well.
Yeah.
And I apologize because I don't ever want you to feel like you can't come to me with things. Obviously, if you come to me with more things, and I hope that you do, because
Yeah.
we're in this together,
Yeah.
literally. If you do, know that this won't repeat itself.
Okay.
This is just something that needed to happen because you know when you get to that point and
Yeah.
you were bullied and you said, remember you got pushed around and finally you said enough is enough.
Yeah.
And you fought back.
Yeah.
That's how I'm feeling right now.
Yeah.
So I hope you can relate to that and understand
No.
that and forgive me because
Yeah,
I never
I
wanted
do.
to put your game in danger and I don't want to jeopardize the relationship that we've been working really hard to build.
Yeah.
Okay?
And that's why I want to be able to come to you and not have it turn into that.
It
Because,
won't,
like,
babe. It won't.
And the thing is, like, if I come to you, like, that shouldn't be a point of doubt for you. That should show you how close we are.
it
'Cause-
was never doubt on you. It was never.
But it was a little bit of like, oh, you shouldn't even be questioning it. It's like, if I hear, it's as simple as me asking you, and you could have told me, I did say it and I was joking. Or I didn't say it. But it's as simple as that. If we have faith and
And
trust in each
it
other, it's
was-
just as simple as an answer. But then when you're like, Paris, why are you even questioning it? Why are you even doubting it? Then it's like,
No, I didn't say you were
It's not
questioning or
even-
doubting it. I just said the fact that he said it and you, for a second, came in here because when you did come in here, you looked a little defeated. Don't lie. You were like, I need to
No,
ask
it's
you,
a question,
was my neighbor?
though.
Yeah, and
It's a
that's
very
okay.
simple question.
And it is totally fine. I'm not saying that it put doubt in me. That if you trust me, because if you did, you like you said, you wouldn't come up to
I
me and
wouldn't
ask
come
me.
up to you.
would just swallow it and then start building in your head. Do you know what I mean? So it's not me doubting you doubting me. It's me having enough of this one person.
yeah.
And I want you to know and this is my sincere word, when you come to me in the future with other things, that will stay like everything else you've ever told me, a vault. This
Yeah.
is an isolated incident with a person that I just had enough with.
Yeah.
That's it.
I know.
And I will always have your back more than fucking Ryan or anybody else in this house will.
I know.
Like,
know.
really, I see long term with you, Paris. I really, really do. I might not vocalize that to other people in this house because it's a long term plan.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm trying to say? If I'm constantly saying, oh, Paris, if your name gets brought up and I go with the flow, trust that I need to go with the flow for the sake of that conversation. But it's not because in my mind I'm thinking, she's gotta go. Okay?
Yeah.
Do you believe me?
Yeah.
Do you still love me? But I'm sorry because I feel like I put you in a tough spot and that really was the last thing I ever wanted to do.
That's okay. It is what it is. I would get heated too.
Oh my God, my Latina blood was boiling.
I
It was a
know.
little much, eh?
No.
It was a little aggressive.
If I was in your position, I'd be the same.
I know 100% you would be the same too.
If I was in your position, I'd
And
be
that's
the
why I
same.
came in for your blessing before I actually exploded.
Yeah.
Because I needed you to just understand that it wasn't about me throwing you under the bus, ever. It was more about putting somebody in their place who desperately needs to be put in their place.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And I would have done the same thing that you did. I would have had your back.
I know.
I would have had your back and said, do it, baby. Do what you got to do. Get it out.
I know.
And I stand by that if you need to blow up at anybody else throughout the season, except me.
Is that yeah?
Okay?
Okay.
I love you. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Okay.
Oh shit.
What did he say when I left? Just the swear on Carter thing?
He was like, I know what I heard. What can you do?
Yeah. Are we good?
Yeah.
Promise?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you for bringing it to me, though. Because if you hadn't, I honestly would have voted for him to stay on the assumption that
What do you like garbage?
Why? Don't feel like garbage. I actually don't know if I would have voted for him to stay. I was still very 50-50, but I wanted to give our group the comfort in saying whatever you guys
But
want
that's
to do,
the thing.
I'll do.
I don't think he was coming for us, and I think that was like a genuine. I don't think that like if I don't know how to explain this to you, but I don't think that was intended.
malicious, yeah.
I don't think it was like that, and that's why. And I still think we should reconsider. I'm not even kidding you.
I can't now because I just blew up at them and he's coming after us.
But the people that he thinks he trusts in that room, he told us, I have to tell Dayla this, but I'm coming for them. And even when you left, I confirmed that. I was like, this, if I vote to keep you, you cannot touch her. And he said, I know. He said, I want to, but I know. We'll talk about it more later. If he stays, he owes his game to us. We'll talk about it. There can still be some ending. And if there isn't, then we'll vote him out. We're not going to jeopardize your game. We're not going to jeopardize your game. If it's not 100%, then he goes.
I just don't even know if I can trust 100% from his mouth anymore. I really was this close. And I still had my reservations because my gut, and you know how your mama taught you to trust your gut?
Yeah,
And my gut has been right so far in this game.
I know, but we're getting to the point where we got to think strategically. Even when we have blow-ups like this, we got to think strategically.
Okay. Well, I'll trust you, and I will.
We'll
after
see.
I
We'll
calm
see. I'm not
down-
saying. Well, no,
After
I'm not.
I calm
yeah.
down, I'll keep an open mind. But I'm
We'll
telling
see
you
right now.
I'm.
No, right now he's gotta go. Right now he's gotta go. I agree with you. I agree with you. He's gotta go.
For me, it's just like maybe this week it was me, but the further we get in this game, even the people that you're working with and trust the most, you will build paranoia about. Because the further you go, the more the stakes are higher. And if you
left out of the vote, he will 100% come for them.
if you what?
If Dayla's left out of the vote, and you and Ali, or you and Liv vote for him, he will 150% come after Dayla. Mark my words. Especially after this blow up that Kayla knows about. She thinks she's sitting pretty. We'll talk about it when you calm down. Because I know right now you think that sounds insane. But you're a strategic player, and you know we could be strategic about this. 100%. Because that could have been something as easy as a misunderstanding. And I get like your Latina coming out, and mine would too. But that could have been as simple as a misunderstanding. Like you and Liv, like fucking talking about some girl back in high school or something. You know what I mean?
Definitely weren't, but
No,
it
I
could
know,
have been
I know,
anything.
I know. But that's
It
what
could
I'm
have been
saying.
anything.
Like so, like not there. That it's like, because he was put in that room and he held his own. So it could have been a misunderstanding. And if Dayla's left out of the vote, they would come for her.
The thing is, for me, if you said that sentence and you're like, "Did you say I don't trust that bitch?" and I said it, even in not
would-
in that
it would
context, I'd be
trigger.
like, "Oh yeah, I was talking about
It would
this."
trigger, for
but
sure.
it doesn't even trigger a thing,
For sure.
which makes me think.
But I've been sticking to the blind side, and that just he made me realize that in there. I've been sticking to the blind side story and been telling him like, sure, you have my vote, and never said at any point it was switched over, right? I was like, yeah, sure, you have my vote, like all along, and he was like, why would I tell you that if like I wasn't trying to get your vote, I already had your vote, because he thought he had
But then
my
why
vote.
did he say, "Have you or have you not been running around with my name in your mouth today"? Where did he get that from?
I don't know.
See, but that's the thing. He's just constantly. I'm
No,
like,
because he was paranoid, because he was asking me like, oh, what's going on? I'm like, I don't know. I have to go talk to Erica. Like, that can be cleared.
okay.
We'll talk about that. We'll talk about it when he comes down. But this might be the perfect opportunity for us to be smart.
Okay.
Have him take a shot and then have us take a shot at him, and he goes and he's the one that gets his hands dirty with Dayla. We don't even have to make a fucking thing about that. Look at me. You said have faith, and I've had faith. You need to have some faith too. Dayla's in on this right now. They think, oh, 100% unanimous friends going home. He hates Dayla. He doesn't hate you. He doesn't hate Liv. He wasn't coming for you. He said to us in the room with the people that he thinks he trusts, he said, I have to tell Dayla what they want to hear, but I'm coming up guns blazing for them.
That's why I wanted to call him out in front of everybody. Because if I call him out in front of everybody and say, who are you going after, Ryan? You keep telling me that you're not coming after.
Well, because
you keep
that's his
telling
game. Because that's his game. Because if he tells them, then Dayla's going to vote with us, and it wouldn't work that way. Have some faith. Have some faith. Marin is a number for them. I know it. And I know whatever Kayla tells you, she's coming for you and Liv. I know it. I know it. I know it.
All right, let's just let this simmer because I just
We'll
can't.
talk about it.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Now I look like a crazy bitch in this house.
No.
And if I was in her position and it was Ryan versus Marin and I had to break a tie, I would 100% vote Ryan out because I'd be looking out for my ass first, right? So I can't be mad or hate on her for that. The only thing that pisses me off is that before that blowout, Johnny was definitely like, hey, like, relax, calm down, let's, don't get whatever, because of what might, if he stays, which is totally fair. And I was like, yeah, I'll keep it cool. But Will was on the other side going, do it, I'll vote his ass out, I don't care, I got
Well,
your
he
back.
did want Ryan out too.
Yeah, and that's what I say, I'll vote his ass out, I got your back.
Right.
So me feeling comfortable in the fact that I had this solidified vote is why it blew up.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So if the idea is to like have each other's back, then why egg me on and say I got your vote and then not? Valid point. Right?
Yeah.
So that's the only thing. Other than that, I'm like, whatever. It is what it is. I have zero regrets. Either way, he was coming after me. I'm not stupid.
Yeah.
And it really doesn't change much. I just hate that he was so cocky and he was right.
I'm just like, ugh. I feel like I've had, I just said to Erica, I feel like I've had like quite a say and almost dictating, I didn't say that part, but almost dictating the last couple of weeks,
Yeah.
if not all of them.
Yeah, I feel you.
So I'm okay to just sit back and let go with majority.
Yeah. That's good too.
Because you don't want to always be pushing, and then people realize, well, Liv was...
That's why I opened up the floor with like, I've literally... Also, I was thinking about it, and I think it's best for me to go for this HOH.
Olivia,
Your mic.
please fix your microphone.
Also, I was thinking about it, and I think it's best for me to go for this HOH, and I'll tell you why.
I figured.
What?
I figured you would tell me why.
I'll tell you why. Because I don't trust that if Johnny, Maddie. First of all, I don't trust Ryan winning. I don't trust Maddie winning, and I don't trust that if Johnny, Will, or Paris win it, they would focus on Ryan. I think they would focus on Dayla.
Mm-hmm.
And that's not good for my game.
Mm-hmm. So who would you put up?
I would probably... Okay, and this is what I was just spitballing with Erica, and obviously I have to think about it way, way more, because there's two options. There's, do I attack Ryan from the front, or do I attack him from the back? If I attack him from the front, I almost think Ryan and Will, because Will's a guarantee stay. Maybe not with Dayla. Oh no, but if Ryan's still here and Dayla really wants him out, and I say to Will, you're obviously my pawn, but I can't put him up against Dayla because you guys will vote Dayla out.
Why can't you put Paris up instead?
Because she's too sensitive and insecure. She'll take it as an instant. Oh my god, you're turning on me. Oh my god, you're turning on me. But if I say to Will, you're my pawn, and I know Dayla really wants Ryan out, and then all of us are voting to keep Will. Anyway,
Who's up beside Will again? Who's up beside Will again?
if I attack from the front, Ryan.
Mm.
If I don't attack from the front and I try to do a backdoor to lessen his chances of playing in the veto, Maddie.
Because then if for whatever reason Noms stay the same, Maddie goes home. And my reasoning will be to Will is like, Will, I'm kind of in this position because you told me that I had your vote to get him out last week, and he stayed, and that's fine, and I understand why he stayed, but now this has to be my focus. I can't focus on Taylor right now. I need him out right now. And you have all of our votes, and Taylor hates Ryan, so they're voting to take him out too. Right? So that would be it.
Okay.
Thoughts?
I think it could work.
Makes sense, right?
I think it's a little dangerous
What?
for the Will thing. But I mean, you have no other option.
I have no other option because if I put up,
Yeah, you can't put up Parrish. She'll
if I
lose her
put
mind.
if I put up Paris, she will lose her fucking mind.
Yeah.
If I put up Dayla, Dayla goes home,
Yeah.
and I need Ryan out. What I would say is that if Will and Marin were up there, I would vote to evict Marin.
Right.
Will's the only safe bet in that regard because Dayla would rather see Ryan go, and he has 5 votes or 4 votes on this end too. You only need 4 next week.
Yeah, you only need 4, and we have
4.
yeah.
I just need him out.
I know.
It's just about deciding if I want to do it from the front or the back. I have to win this HOH. Please don't be anything to do with grip. Please, I beg of you. I beg of you. Anything but grip. Ugh. These little wrists can't take another one.
No, they can't take any. You're just on the very first one.
Literally, though, that's what it's gonna be. I can't do
I
it.
just knew about your weak wrists. Well, you said they were weak, but I didn't know like
I told you before I
only veins.
I
no
told you
muscle.
before I got out
No
there.
bone even.
I told you before I got out
How do
there.
you even lift like cups and stuff?
Get off it! You're so obnoxious.
I can lift a car with my wrist.
Give it a rest. No, you can't.
Mm-hmm.
Are you still thinking you would rather not win the HOH?
Yeah, but I would rather win it over a couple of people.
Like Ryan?
And Maddie. Like, I'm not going to throw it to someone and take my chances, but I would rather someone else get it.
Do you feel more comfortable with Dayla leaving over Ryan?
No. I don't know. They're both issues. I just
Yeah.
think it's about timing.
I think it's about timing too, and right now I think we're still good with Dayla.
Olivia,
Mike?
please fix your microphone.
Why can't your microphones hear through beds? Like, come on.
Oh my god, you're ridiculous. I feel like ultimately because of the 5.
I hate the 6.
I hate me and Erica were just talking about this.
I hate it.
Yeah, we're like, she literally said, I wish the 6 never happened.
Me too, but I mean, it's good because otherwise.
It's good because they're votes, but
Yeah.
we are like focused here.
Yeah.
Yeah, but what I'm saying to you is because of what we have with Dayla, I strongly believe they would go out for Will or Paris before they came after us. It is really in our best game, Livington, to keep Dayla around.
You really trust him, eh?
No, I don't really trust them.
You really trust them that they're not going to take a shot at us in the next couple of weeks?
If they were going to do it, I think they would try to break us in the triple.
Yeah.
But not in the next 2 weeks, no.
Then we have to win the triple.
That's why I would rather win
That's
this
pressure.
HOH instead of next HOH because I want to play in the triple. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Yes.
Pressure, 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 pressure.
I guess what I'm trying to say is you should stay as long as you can with me for this HOH.
What?
Like, you should try as hard as I'm trying for this HOH.
Yeah, I'm going to. Unless there's a better option.
Which is?
You. Or...
If it comes down to me and you, then let me take it. I'll take it. See? They're like super thin ones.
Oh, yeah.
I need to be careful though. I made a mistake, but I got something out of it. I think I did make a mistake, but I made sure it works to my favor. So Allie, honey, you might be going home because you've been sketching me out. What's wrong with me? What is wrong with me? Is this too much? Is this too much scheming? Canada, I may not be winning competitions, but come on, I'm stirring some shit up. You're welcome. Ashley, this is for you, baby. You wanted scheming, baby. You got scheming. I feel so evil. Like, there's something inside me that's like, why am I so excited? I can't have Allie win though. If Allie wins, like, I'm dead. We're playing Big Brother now, baby. We're playing Big Brother now. I can't tell, do I have influence or am I just like being delusional? Because I feel like I have influence. Or I'm delusional. Jesus. I honestly, I hate to say it, but I think I gotta not win any more cups for a couple weeks. Anymore. I don't want any, but you know, continue the trend for just like 2 more weeks. Maybe 1 more. I have to win the triple. I have to win the triple. I absolutely have to win the triple. I also can't wait until Final 6 so I can play in every single veto. That's the most important thing. And the only way I'm gonna win this week Who dat?
Oh, hey.
Talking to the camera.
Are you?
Yeah.
Oh, it's a lot colder than I thought. 1 second. What you talking about, Perry?
Complaining about BB.
Complaining about BB?
Yeah, like the life in here. And also that, like, it's a hard knock life.
I don't like that.
Change topic.
Moving on.
But yeah, like I said, I'm still available. Available.
No,
as
but-
weird as that sounds.
No, yeah.
And I don't think that anyone would even see that, especially after this.
And you really, like, it seems like you and Dale are, like, nice enough.
And that's what I want to talk to you about. Because I fucking know everybody thinks like that.
Yeah.
And to be fair, step back. I have to step in people's shoes and look at us.
When you don't know. Yeah.
Exactly. I have
Just
to stop
perception.
it. It's perception. It's because I spent a lot of time with them yesterday. I had a lot of energy.
That's literally.
And she, fucking Kayla, was like throwing that. Yeah, she was all for it. So I was like, fuck it.
Let's do it.
I need to do something today.
Yeah.
So, like, that's what that was.
Yeah.
And I know people are
And I
seeing.
know you, like, we all got close when we were in the catacombs together, and we had, like,
I
I feel
know.
that. I get that.
Right now.
You're in, yeah,
So it's like, it's almost like, and I don't want people to pin that to me. If I were to win HOH,
Yeah.
I know for a fact they would try to cling to me like this.
Yeah.
But what they say,
Yo.
yo,
Dinner's ready whenever you're done.
All right. Sounds good. Thank you.
looking out, dog. I was like, well, just kidding. But, and it's worrisome for me that, yeah, thank you. Oh my God.
I got you.
I didn't realize how bad it looked.
No, you literally just looked at it, and then I was like, I feel like you kept covering your elbows. I was like,
Yeah,
"Stop
yeah.
punching me, okay? I got you.
I appreciate it. But yeah, so it's frustrating, but I get it, and
Yeah.
and I think that it's easy for people to think like that because I am not in a duo right now, so
Yeah.
someone will try to reel
you
me
in,
in,
yeah.
you know. And I'm telling you right now, that's not the case.
I believe
In
that.
fact, and don't you think it would make more sense for me to do that if I was on the block and could be going home?
Yeah.
I want boats. I want to stay.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense. Yeah.
Yeah. And again, I'm not going to sit here and say, man, that's stupid. Why do people think like that? Because I did spend a lot of time with him yesterday. And it's not some, like, and I don't want to make it sound like, yeah, I'm only hanging out with them because I want them
Yeah.
to keep me. I do enjoy hanging out with them. They're fun.
No, my God, no,
They're
good.
fun people,
Yeah.
100%. But at the end of the day, I will do what is best for me.
Yeah.
Just
I
like what you're
expect
doing,
that.
just like what you're doing for yourself.
Yeah. And that's
So-
it, because when you don't have someone to ride for, you can only ride for yourself.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
That's the thing. And with them, like I haven't even spoken campaigning with them. Literally right before I came in here, I spoke to Derek for the first time. I haven't even talked to Kayla yet.
Yeah.
Not yet. I spoke to her briefly when I was on the block with V because I think everybody knew V was going home anyway.
Yeah,
So I
yeah.
didn't want to like throw her, but
Yeah.
give me. I didn't want to do that. You know? Like now I'm gonna have to be pushing a little bit more.
Yeah, I feel that.
But again,
I'm just trying to think of, like, and this is where, like, for me, I'm gonna be completely honest with you.
yeah, go ahead.
Where I see the differentiation between you and Ryan.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I know where Ryan's target is aimed.
Mm.
And with you, I have literally no idea. Because we don't talk game, ever.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah.
Ryan is very forthcoming, to a fault, mind you, for
Yeah, yeah.
sure. His targets seem more,
Realistic? Or?
not even realistic, just more centered. Where it's like, if you were to win HOH next week, I literally don't know where your gun is pointed at all.
Okay.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
But it's just one of those things where it's like, that's where the nervousness comes into play. I
Yes.
think.
And
And there's, like, obviously, it's paranoia and anxiety and, like,
Yeah,
all
yeah.
this bullshit. But, like,
yeah. Of course.
it's I'm never gonna have you sit in this chair and me not outline exactly where my head is at, because I think of anything, you deserve the ability to, like, defend yourself. I can't, like, you can't defend yourself if all I have is my perception, because that
Yeah,
doesn't
yeah.
mean shit. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
of course.
But I think that's the only thing, because Ryan runs his mouth Ryan is holding everybody's ear. Ryan is saying a lot of things about a lot of people, and like always trying to talk himself out of situations, and came up with like weird theories that he tells everybody. Like, I see it all, but because he's so transparent, because he doesn't know when to stop talking, it seems like I know kind of where his target is.
Because he doesn't keep shit.
He doesn't hold any cards here. He literally just does. Bleh.
Okay, and I also think with that is the kind of the point I want to make as well. That could be straight to his detriment. I get
Oh,
what
for
you're
sure.
saying. This guy, after the veto, came up to me and said, "Yeah, you're probably going home, Baron." Okay, I'm like, what?
What?
What are you talking about? That was
So rude.
so disrespectful.
That is so
You know
disrespectful.
what I mean? And I'm just sitting there, I'm like, I don't know, like just being like fucking chill out. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, if he has received information, whether it's true or not, or whatever, which
I can't believe he said that to you.
it is ridiculous.
I'm so sorry. That's so rude.
No, that's fine. It's fine.
Oh, dude, that's
it is what it is.
bullshit.
It is, yeah, it's dumb. But, it's over with.
Cocky. What an
I know.
arrogant human
That's
being.
what I'm saying. But that's not even what I'm trying to get at.
But still.
What I'm trying to get at is if he did receive information that did say, I'm safe, why is he coming to the person he's on the block against and saying that?
No. Even if you knew for a
How
fact,
dumb is that?
what?
That's what I'm trying to have people see. He talks a lot, and I honestly, genuinely believe out of all the people in this house, from who's remaining in this house, he is the number one person that I feel will say and do anything to get
In
out
order
of
to
it.
stay.
Literally, in order to stay. And I think the fact that, and like, there's little factors in this situation. Like, he's a huge fan of this show, and I'm sure, like, he wants to be seen as like a really good player, which is great. That's good. Also, there's like, which I think is like, it'll be more so like, I'll just backdoor this person, whatever the case may be. I'm just throwing examples.
Yeah.
And also, like, there's also like the huge age gap between him and everybody else.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, that does play a part.
Oh, for sure.
It does. It's the little
Wisdom,
thing. Sorry?
That wisdom.
Yeah, the wisdom. And I think like he can try to use that to his advantage and be like, hey, like I know everything in this house. Yeah. And I honestly feel like he feels like
he does.
Yeah, he doesn't know. Nobody in this house knows everything. Nobody. But so with that information, like
No, that's a huge gamble.
spew whatever is on his mind. Like you said, he's not very. How do you know what you're telling him is not going out to other people?
No, for sure.
You know what I mean?
For sure. That's why I can't tell the guy anything.
Yeah, no, he came to me, he's like, some conversations I've had with people have indicated that I feel like I'm staying. And I'm like, why would you even reveal that to me?
I was going to say, what?
From the competitor standpoint, why would you tell me that? Like, that's dumb. So, like, that's what I'm saying.
He's so intelligent, but at the same time, such an idiot.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Understand?
That's what I don't get.
Like, how can someone so smart be so dumb?
Exactly. So, like, with knowing that, and knowing that, and I want you to look past the fact that it's possible that I would go after you because you put me on the block twice. Yeah. I am by myself. Yeah. You feel the same way.
Yeah.
If you were able to be on different ends of this house, I feel like we can really benefit each other for sure.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I
and it's something to think about. And I think the combination of those two things, I think that I'm not going to tell you to be comfortable. I'm not going to. But and it's something I have expressed before.
Yeah, no, you're not wrong.
And it's not no bullshit. Like I have mentioned it. I've mentioned it to you before. And again, obviously Ham's not behind everything. But like I feel like it would be nice. I'm pretty sure he would be very happy to see us.
He would want to see.
Like
No, he actually would.
Yeah.
No, but he would. He would.
Very happy.
He would.
So, and I want to do well in this game. Yeah. So does everybody else.
Yeah.
So, I just want you to think about it, and I know and I understand what you're saying. He's so
Yeah.
open to the point where, yeah, he'll say, I am going after this person.
Yeah.
How do you know that he's not telling the truth, even though it could make
Yeah.
sense? Maybe it is true.
No, but you literally, how do you
But
even know?
my truth that I'm telling you,
Yeah.
I'm not gunning for you.
Yeah.
That's the truth I'm telling you right now. Okay? So
Yeah.
I hope you see the truth in my words right now.
Yeah.
I really hope you do. But otherwise, like, just
And I just hate that this is the week. Like, I think it was a good thing for me last week to say, I don't want sheep for people. I want you to have your own opinions. But at the same time, I hate that this feels now out of my control.
yeah.
I don't like that. I really don't.
Yeah, but not saying that you don't have control, but you do have an influence.
For sure. For sure.
That goes without being said.
Yeah.
So I'm not sitting here telling you, yo, get all these people to keep me.
No, but in the same breath, it's like,
Yeah, like,
yeah, I just hate it because I'm like,
just consider it.
yeah.
Like, again, and I'm telling you right now, I'm not like Ryan. I'm not gonna go and I'm not gonna spew out who my targets are. But if I stay, that would put me in a shitty position, especially because I'm on the blocked veto. It's already done and over.
Yeah.
I'm not going to people. Yeah, I'm going for this person.
Yeah.
But if I stay, that will give us the opportunity
To build,
to go forward.
Yeah, I feel that actually. Yeah.
So, I feel like that's what.
This is the best campaigning you've ever done. Thank God Hams is not here.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
Because he'd have you tripping so much right now.
Yeah, I know, and I know it's tough, man, and it's very difficult because again, if this is a 4-4, you're the tiebreaker.
I know.
So,
Don't remind me.
I mean, yeah. So again, the fact that I want you to believe everything that I'm saying, and on top of that I keep it to myself.
Yeah.
If he's quick to come in here and say stuff to you,
He's quick to tell it
then
to
he's
other
quick
people.
to tell.
Yeah, for sure.
That's what I'm saying.
No, he's definitely not someone that I could foresee myself trusting. That's for sure.
And I'm sure he's someone that will fucking probably push the whole daylight and plus merit thing, which is not the case.
I know. That's so frustrating.
Literally so frustrating. It's
Yeah.
not the case. How do I go from them disrespecting me week 1? Do you think I forget shit like that?
Yeah.
No, I don't.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No, it's literally who gives you the time of day when you're powerless.
Exactly.
And that's the difference, right?
Exactly. It's like, what was it? What's the saying? Something about like, it's an action. It's fucking stupid.
Man.
Anyway, so dinner's ready, and I don't want to
true.
be back any longer. Like,
come on,
I think there's anything else.
No. Yeah,
That's one thing I was like,
vetoes. These are for obviously
ceremonies.
ceremonies. 3 is thing. Hasbro, and then these are like nominations, and this is like HOHs.
Makes
1
sense.
Trio.
Cute. Okay, so
These are
Ryan,
evicted.
Ryan today was like, hey, I went and talked to Erica and said, like, I have 3 to 4 votes and and I was like, okay.
Yeah.
I mean, fair, because we, like, even yesterday, we're like thinking, okay, maybe he's out, but I'm like, well, we sleep in the room with him. Like, I can't just be like, maybe. So that was fair, but I still was like, okay, I want to like clarify that a little bit. It's not necessarily like, I mean, when you told me initially, I was like, either one honestly is ideal. The order in which is minimal importance.
So I'm still also weighing my options.
Yeah.
I'm keeping an open mind for both.
Yeah.
Because before it was like, I was like, I want to send Maren home, whatever.
Yeah.
Then the tune kind of changed of everyone being like, I want to see Ryan go. Mm-hmm. But I don't think Ryan is coming after you. I don't think Ryan is coming after me.
This is what I was just about to tell you. Because last night, in addition to like being like, he was quite confident, and
Up in the
as we
speech,
said,
right?
yes. So this is not last night, but the night before is when he told Will and I, I'm not even going to campaign to you guys because I know that I have your vote, and both of us were kind of like, okay, that's irritating, but
Yeah,
whatever.
super irritating.
Meh. But like either way, fine. It doesn't make much of a difference to me. I'm still going to think about it.
So melted.
I don't like them warm. I put them in the fridge actually at home. So I was like, fine. But then yesterday, and I don't know if Will has talked to you about it. I think he might have, because both of us were like, okay, that was a bit extra.
It was just from Marin?
Well, yeah, that was this morning. He talked to Will, and for added me being suspicious now, when like we had a conversation a couple hours ago of his campaigning,
Yeah.
and I didn't say specifically, tell me who your target is, because first of all, I already know because talking to Will, but I wanted to see if he would be
Take the bait.
forthcoming with me too.
Yeah.
And he wasn't, but
Oh.
he was more like, I know that you know that I know you know, and I was like, I'm
he
not
like-
down for this.
Yeah.
And I think he was very much being like, well, he wanted me to say, and I'm like, well, I'm not going after that person, so I don't know why you think that I'm gonna go there.
Yeah.
Like, why do you need to test me right now? You're supposed to be campaigning.
Yeah.
And his denial of involvement with the showmance was to the point that I almost wanted to be like, okay,
Like, enough.
in addition, Ryan talking about how he would like to focus, because now that he's in like a nothing to lose moment,
Yeah.
I think. I was surprised to hear him talk about targeting the romance as opposed to Allie and Liv. Honestly, I was. So if that is true, which, like,
I think it is.
I do, and unsolicited especially, and I think he's the most candid he ever is in the evenings, because he knows, well, in his mind, he knows that these are people that he can talk to.
Yeah.
So those things all together, of the fact that I don't think,
If we have you, Will, Paris, Johnny,
yeah,
and I'll be the tiebreaker for that.
okay,
If you want to
because
keep him, because I feel solid with him. I think he feels solid with you.
Yeah.
I think he feels solid with Paris. Solid with Will.
Yeah.
Solid with Johnny.
I don't know how long I would like to trust him for.
I would like to see him go next week if possible. But that's fine.
When it comes to what is like the most sensible choice, right now I feel like keeping Ryan is the most sensible choice.
For our games, yes.
Yes.
And as much as it's a group game, it's also a solo game.
Yeah.
And if that's a majority of our group,
Yeah.
that benefits.
No, I agree. And I was just hoping that that was like what
Yes.
was coming across here.
Yeah. I like that idea better.
Yeah, me too.
I didn't think about it.
Especially
until
after my
literally-
conversation with Marin today.
And this is, okay, like I was kind of like weighing it.
Yeah.
And especially hearing that you were on board.
Yeah.
That you could get behind it. I say we go for it.
Yeah, I think it's
I
good.
think that's a great idea.
Yeah. And like, he was just,
Yeah, you make a valid fucking point. I'm not gonna lie.
just like those two bits of information both go this, like, you know?
Tips the scale into
Yeah,
a
big
certain
time.
direction.
And the
He's
fact
an
that he
idiot.
was,
Why is he throwing shit out like that when he's on the blog?
I think it's because he thinks that people are going to corral around it. Again,
Yeah.
compies, blah, 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 blah. Like he thinks that people are going to be like, wow, yeah,
Rah,
great.
rah.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Yeah.
So I think that that's part
And
of it
just
too.
the fact that you guys are even like hearing this and coming and telling me
Well-
means the damn world.
Well, there you go.
Like it means the damn world to me. It really does.
I'm glad you
because,
believe
like,
it, because it's kind of just like, it seems a little, to me, it was kind of like, well, I guess it makes sense, like two HOHs and all that
I
stuff.
put him
Yeah.
on the block twice.
Yeah.
If he didn't have bad
And you
blood,
didn't
I'd
save
be a little
him.
confused. Like,
Yeah.
I'd be a little confused.
Yeah.
I gambled with his game now twice.
Yeah. Yeah.
And regardless, it's just one of those things where like, even if he stayed and then came after me, whatever, like I don't want to say the word moved because it seems strong.
Yeah.
But like the fact that anyone's even like having my back right now is like means everything
Well,
to me.
good. Okay.
And I want to have the backs of the people
Yeah.
that have mine too.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
if we can all like agree on the fact that like maybe this guy isn't actually targeting us.
In my opinion, he's not, especially
I don't think so
reinforced with the
either.
conversation we had last night.
I don't think so
In
either.
addition, and this is just speculation, I don't have like concrete
Yeah.
information about it,
No.
but just kind of looking at all these things, especially after my conversation with Marin today. When Marin and Hamza were together, he was basically a voice box / robot according to Ham's instructions.
Yes.
It's like Hamza was playing Sims and Marin did the
Literally just
Is he a voice box right now?
yeah.
Is this even his idea? I don't know.
That's a good point too.
Especially
That's a very good point actually.
And I'm glad that you see it that way because, again, this is only my speculation. I have no additional information to provide this. But based
Perfect.
on.
But that's all you
What's
gotta
that?
do.
We didn't put the pillow. Yeah, no, that's okay.
Yeah,
Actually,
that'd be great.
yeah,
Sorry.
Can you put the pillow out there, the giant stop sign?
There was no pillow. I figured it was safe.
And we were like, no,
valid.
no pillow, but no, we got on a tangent.
I know we did.
Okay.
Not surprising.
And I mentioned that sort of to Allie today. I know. Look at her. Just like from a speculation point of view, it wouldn't be out of the like realm of possibility because literally that's all he was before.
Yeah.
And now he has to like claw at the walls to try to figure out how the fuck he got the block again.
And why all of a sudden, one, they're spending an awful long time together. Awful
They
long
studied
time
together. Do you see that yesterday in the red room?
I wasn't there.
Oh.
I've heard.
Yeah. It's like they're like training him basically.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it's true,
I
but
see
it would
it
make a
too.
shit ton of sense,
Yeah,
wouldn't it?
I see it too.
Because everyone hears things. I can do it.
Yeah.
I know that's horrible to say.
But no blood on our hands.
I don't hate that either, especially if he's saying it, and especially if we have the voice box of them as the alternative.
Yeah.
It right now it's right in front of me.
And the fact that they're like, they could potentially move into 3 strong.
3 votes are a big deal.
Like that.
No,
at all.
no.
That's a huge number.
No. And
It's
even if
4
we're
to
a tie,
tie
even if
right
he
now.
can't win shit, it doesn't matter. He's still a vote.
It would be 4 to win.
Yeah.
After this week, 4 votes wins. That's the majority of the House is 4 fucking votes.
It's ridiculous to do anything but that.
That's what yeah. And then when you put it like that, it makes a lot more sense. Because I feel like my issue is, I hear all of this, and I'm like, okay, yeah. And then as soon as someone brings up the adverse, I'm like, oh yeah, very good point. And I think rather than one is a right move and one is a wrong move, I think they're both right moves. And it's which one is the most right move.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like either way, it's not the end of the world. But I think
The word disposable is harsh.
yeah, but they're
But right now, and if someone is to make, like, I mean, for him to escape this, and I don't know, and I get that the double with him and Ali and Liv was like a sketchy situation and all that stuff. I don't see him as particularly vengeful because right now he knows he needs to like curry favor in his direction.
No, he said he had a conversation with them today because he wanted to just like kind of squash it.
Yeah.
I did say I was coming after you after that because I was pissed.
Of course.
And he's like, I was not running on game, I was running on emotion.
And it's an emotional day for everybody. It's all these things.
It was bad.
But I think that he is taking a good look at his game right now and figuring out the best way for him to stay.
But my big thing is, I do not want to see him talk his way out of every single week that he's on the fucking blog.
I don't think he can.
Neither can-
because there's
neither
not
do
going
I.
to be enough people, especially as we all continue to have these type of conversations and solidify the feeling about it. There's only, there's lots of room to wiggle when there's 14 of us,
Yeah.
but we're about to be 10,
10 is not a ton of wiggle room.
especially when the 10 are comfortable having conversations within specific groups. I just don't see it being like a long-term strategy that's going to be successful.
No, I don't either. But other people keep voicing it as a concern, and I'm like, am I missing something?
No.
And maybe it's because we're very strong-headed and we can see through BS.
Yeah.
And like, there's no way.
Yeah.
Like, I will be able to see through it.
Yeah.
I like to believe.
Yeah, I think that I can.
Me
And
too.
Especially that I know that I'm getting genuine, like, talks with him right now. I think I will be able to recognize the shift should it ever not be genuine anymore.
I feel that.
And I think you feel the same way considering he spends 3 hours a day in his chair.
I also don't think he lies about as much as people think he does.
No, which is
I think-
interesting.
I think people just don't want to hear his truths.
That's it. And I think that I'm fine with that.
Me too.
Because if I can discern it, and if you can discern it, that's not really my problem.
And that's exactly it. I'm not here to coach people on how
No.
to tell the truth from a lie.
Thank you.
It's not my
Thank
business.
you. Okay.
No,
Once
I know,
again,
this is what I'm saying.
No,
I
I
know.
just,
Like,
no. I'm
it's
100%
so,
on
like-
board with that.
Yeah.
But I do think
Because I know, because Johnny and I wanted to have just like pull you in and have a chat. And
Yeah.
I was like, I feel like I'm constantly getting everyone constantly comes in here by themselves.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I never, not that I never see you, not that you never come in here, but I'm like, never get you alone.
Yeah, yeah,
And Johnny
exactly.
and I was like, I feel like I never get Maddie alone.
Yeah.
He's like, I know, I was literally just going to say, we should all have a chat. And I
Yeah,
was
no,
like,
exactly.
yeah.
Like when you guys were all in here, I kind of wanted to be like, me too, please, but I don't know what to
I
do.
know,
It's
I
fine.
know.
I never take it personally either. It's just
just
like Liv
always-
shouldn't have taken that personally, but it just changes the
no.
direction of the conversation.
Yeah, but that's literally
Yeah.
it. It's just like it's just when you're in the middle of a thought and you're like,
Yeah.
You know, and I like it because I feel like no matter what, like even if I didn't agree with that, the fact that you coming to me with that alternative viewpoint
Well, yeah.
is something that I appreciate anyway.
That's been happening for 3 weeks.
I don't want literally
situations
yeah.
now.
I don't want to have sheep in my corner.
No.
You know what I mean? And the fact that one, you actually like had my back enough to tell me that.
Yeah.
Two, the fact that you're posing a viewpoint that has been conflicting with mine. Like, I just, I don't know.
Like, I get everything that Allie was saying yesterday. I do.
Yeah.
And they're
but-
valid. I just don't know if they're immediately valid.
Yeah. And I feel like it feels more immediately valid
Yeah.
to Allie and Liv.
And yeah. And that's okay. And I get that. Everyone's playing their own game and watching their number one and all that stuff.
Yeah.
I get it. But if they are to trust in the people that they say they trust in, sometimes it's pump the brakes for 2 seconds and trust that it's going to continue along the right path.
And regardless, even if you like put them up next week, we have the numbers.
And
we have
people play
rallying.
veto.
We have,
people blah blah.
It's not the end of the freaking world.
Yeah.
Like it is. It's not ideal,
I
but you
know.
know what I mean. Like we can still. We have a huge majority.
It the first time ever, finally.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't need to be that way.
No, I know. Like we have a lot of people who are very like-minded. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So. I mean,
Like and that's it. I literally just feel like the majority of the house is fine to draw a line in the sand.
Yeah.
But like, we're still a lot of us on the same page.
Yeah.
And I feel like we're at a point where we can recognize that at some point we're not going to be on the same page. Even for this, some of us may not be on the same page, and that's fine.
Yeah. But I want to have conversations with people who are not going to panic.
Yeah.
As soon as a separate concept comes forward.
No, because if you're gonna panic and you're so set in your own ways and your own mindset, then like, why are you here?
Yeah.
Literally, why?
I agree.
Because you need to look at like this game is literally a sphere, and you need to look at it from every possible angle in order to get a full picture of what you're doing. And even still, it's like half the sphere is going to be blackout anyway.
Yeah.
Like it's so impossible to predict and so impossible to premeditate. But like,
And it feels
don't
awkward
know.
sometimes. Okay, it's both. Like it feels awkward hearing that you are a direct target from somebody, regardless if you think they're going to be successful in it or not.
Yeah.
It's still not a point.
Not pleasant, yeah.
Especially when you don't know if that is their own manifestation or what. But then, like me personally, I don't feel like Taylor would put me up right now.
yeah,
So it's like, okay, well, it feels shady almost to do that, but then you still have to think future-wise.
yeah.
And
And I don't like. It's one of those things where it's like,
I can't be
how
frank.
disposable are people to other people?
Yeah.
And that's it. In whose game, not do they not find threatening, but do they not care to see or not see here anymore?
Yeah, or care to...
If I thought I was good until this afternoon. I thought I was good this afternoon.
Yeah.
Okay?
And you probably were.
And I thought I was good this afternoon. I wouldn't have blown Allie up if I didn't believe it.
Right.
Right? There's no reason for me
no,
to.
and I'm not like...
and
I
none
just,
of that.
I genuinely am just confused because, like, I don't remember or 100% think I said or she said or anything like that.
It wasn't you. It was her. And I said that to her face. It was her that said it. You were both standing by the
remember
door.
hearing it.
She turned towards you and went, I don't trust that bitch. As somebody walked out the back door. And Erica was up here and Dayla was not around. And so it was either Maddie or Paris walking into the backyard. And they told me 100% they had my back this week. And, you know, and again, Front Street, because I've told it right to Allie's
Yeah,
face.
of course.
I know that you guys were looking at me as a blindside target this week. And,
Actually...
well,
Not
maybe
a
not
thing.
you, but certainly her, because people have told me she was looking to blindside me this week directly.
I can
and they
say-
said Allie's coming at you.
I can say on
and I
record-
felt like we talked after this conversation, and I felt like it was squashed.
When it
and
was
I
the
felt
three
like
of
we
us,
were
I felt good. I was like, hey, we're keeping him.
I felt good too, and I felt like it was squashed. And then today, I got word that, oh, I've been told to go and talk to Erica by Allie. And I was like, well, what the fuck? And I didn't say anything about that earlier. I didn't say anything about, I don't trust this bitch. I'd filed it. But then when someone came to me and said, Allie's told me to go to Erica, shit may not be off the table. Then I was like, well, you know what? You were one of two people that was walking away. You were one of two possibilities to be walking by when she turned around and said, I don't trust this bitch. So at the end of the day, like, she may not have been coming at me anymore, but the feeling I got was she was telling people that it was a good time to get rid of me. because I was coming at you guys.
Mhm.
She didn't come to me to talk about it.
Mhm.
She just tried to engineer the house to send me home.
Yeah, I was just confused because I've been trying to get rid of Marin for the past day. And
I was
a
just gonna
bit.
say, I can go literally on record, roll clip, that for when people come to me with varying opinions, and I'm like, man, like they make good points on why to keep Marin, like whatever.
Right.
Every single time, Liv has been like, I think keeping Ryan is the better move. Like, has been
I-
your advocate.
I
since
agree with you.
forever.
I'm not arguing, like, and I wouldn't have done that. I wouldn't have done that at all
Yeah.
today. I would have filed that shit and held on, right?
Yeah.
One of the first two people that came to me and said, I have your back this week.
Yeah.
And so when I saw that, and I combined that with Paris being told to go talk to Erica, in combination with everybody saying, yeah, she's trying to get you behind your back, to me, Erica's the tie-breaking vote. So if she's going to come up and Erica's now going to say, oh, well, I've talked to Allie and I'm going to vote Marin to stay and vote Ryan out, so it's easier if you just change your vote.
And you
right?
said Dela supposedly has your back.
Dela told me 100%. They've given me their word that I'm staying. And I don't know what to believe in that, but they've told me 100% every time I've asked. And I've asked a lot, given the information I've been given over the last couple weeks about Dela. And so if Dela's telling me a lie, which everybody else in the house seems to imply that they are, then that's one thing. But they have told me over and over and over again they have my vote, or I have their
And
vote.
you might. And you might.
And I might. And I might.
I don't
right?
fucking know.
So at the end of the day, I know I would never have blown Allie up at all. At all. But she told Paris to go talk to Erica, and she was trying to blindside me less than 24 hours earlier. So how is, like, you know, for the same reason why she said, well, I can't necessarily trust you 100% because you did flip on us once already. Well, what am I supposed to think, right? If I heard she's trying to blindside me 24 hours ago, and then 24 hours later, she's telling people that they need to go and talk to the HOH, what am I supposed to run with? And I know that might end up me walking out the fucking door this week. But at the end of the day, I know what I heard. Because you can hear everything at that pool table from those black chairs.
So I have a question.
Sure.
So when we talked, just so I have
Yeah.
a witness,
Yep.
when we talked, you said, Allie and I are good. So you
I
said
did.
that wasn't the target. So I won't
did.
ask you who your target is. I'm just going to go on what I think it was.
Okay.
Now what I'm getting is that target has potentially promised you that they have their vote.
That was before our conversation. They'd been telling me all week, but everybody's been telling me they're lying to me.
Right. So I'm wondering.
I'll find out on Thursday. If
Exactly.
the vote is 7-1 or
That's what I'm
6-2 or
wondering.
5-3, I'll know where it is, or 5-4. Then I know where my targets lie. If I stay in this house this week, I will know who voted against me, and the people who voted against me are going to have to be the people I go for.
Right.
Because I don't have a choice. Because obviously they wanted me to go home. And anybody that votes for me is somebody that votes for me. And if that means it's 8-0 and we duke it out at the next HOH and whatever, that is what it is too. But Allie's made it very clear that our relationship is not repairable. And you guys playing individual games, I'm not saying that's the case with you and I, but I know that she won't come back to me.
Right.
And so I have no choice. I know that if she wins HOH, I'm going to be on the block, or I'm going to be backdoored because that's easier to potentially keep me away from playing a veto. Right? I know that that's what she's going to do if she wins HOH, and the only thing that would prevent that is putting fucking Dela on the block and then sitting with it. But that's the only thing Allie could do, and I know she's not going to come back at me. But if I honestly felt like I was good, and I did feel like I was good after I sat here and I talked to the two of you, why would I blow Allie up like that? Right? Unless I felt like she was still behind my back. And if the behind the back blindside talk was happening, there's no fucking reason, if I'm good, that she's telling Paris, of all people, to come and talk to Erica. There's no way, there's no reason for that to have happened unless the
haven't even
blindside was still
spoken to Paris
going.
yet. I don't understand
I know,
where
she
this is coming
said,
from.
well, she said she didn't have time because everything fucking blew up. Because after she told me that,
I don't know
I
what's
talked to
going
her
on.
about what I heard, and then
I was gonna say
Paris went to
how
talk
am
to
I
Allie.
supposed to be the one getting spoken with, and why am I feeling so left out? Get me involved in the
Because she
in the
never
drama.
got to make it to you, then the fucking
This puts me
drama
in such a
blew up.
bad spot.
It does. It does put you in a very bad.
It does put you in a bad spot. And I'm not saying that the relationship that we have is irreparable either. But Allie is
I
sworn
feel like
off
there's
of
no
me.
repair to be done.
Well, you shouldn't tell her it's not, because regardless, like, I'm sorry if that had just like
Yeah.
it is what it is now at this point.
And at that point, like, I don't want to be on the wrong side of shit.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to be sitting here with my fucking head on the chopping block and everyone going, well, but we like Allie more than we like Ryan, so we're gonna vote Ryan out this week, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you
It's
think that
gotten
Marin
to
going
a
home
very
is honestly better for your game, then send Marin home. And
Yeah,
if you
but
believe
now
that
both
sending me
options
home,
have repercussions for me.
yeah, and it's an anonymous vote. She doesn't have to know it's you. Derek and Kayla are walking around telling everybody they're playing individual games too.
Can I talk to Liv for a minute? Do you mind?
No, not at all. Not at all. But again, there was
Yeah.
no logic to me to blow shit up.
No,
I was safe.
That
I
your
was
water bottle?
staying. It wasn't a problem. It is, yeah.
I
I'd
hate
like
when
to
people leave
come
their
back
water
and
bottles
talk
in
to
here.
you.
Yeah,
You hate it because then they have a reason to interrupt.
Basically, it's like, oh, my water bottle. I'm like, get the fuck out of here.
This is worst case scenario for me.
Worst case scenario for you, because basically, if you vote to keep Ryan, you're basically saying,
Fuck you.
Fuck
Yeah. Yeah. But fuck me because I want
also-
Mara now.
But also,
Mara's coming after you and I.
also simultaneously, fuck you, Allie, for blowing up like that. At the same time, it's the heart. Like, I don't know. This is how I felt with the whole Dayla thing, where it's like, if I vote to keep. No, give us a minute. Oh, sorry. Can I just talk to Liv for a minute?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, yes.
Can I come back after?
Yeah, sure.
He yells, no.
Nope. No, I'm getting so much more aggressive about it now. Because, like, there's a fucking pillow for a reason.
I know, I came in too though, but I knew he was in here. That's
No,
why.
you literally. Yeah.
Because everyone was talking about it in the red room. I'm like, I should go talk to him. I'm my own person.
And that's the thing, too. Like, she's sewering your game.
Okay, I'm gonna talk. I'm gonna say
fucking
something.
Sewering your game.
Okay, I'm gonna say something that's gonna be crazy.
What?
If I keep him
Yeah.
and he goes after her, that's on her.
Yeah.
And it might not be bad for me to separate myself.
I don't think it is at all. I was talking to Johnny about this. She's sewering your game.
Yeah.
I don't know what it's just not because she's necessarily playing a bad game. But you guys are just playing different games.
Yeah.
And I don't find that she can get behind a lot of your decisions. And I don't find that you can get behind a lot of her decisions either.
Yeah.
But that's a very abrupt line in the sand to draw.
Mm-hmm.
So, if you want to force it, a 4-4 tie,
Mm-hmm.
I will be. That's still tough. I don't know.
I know.
Fuck. Because I'd rather it really didn't come down to that.
But I feel like for us, there could be a win-win situation if we tell everyone Ryan's going home.
Yeah.
Except the people, except for Dila. That's obvious. And then Ryan goes after Dila, maybe protects Allie for another week.
Yeah.
If he gets into power.
I think he'd go after Allie before Dayla.
You think he would?
Just like.
I mean, and that doesn't mean it's going to necessarily be successful.
No, and that's the other thing too. But it definitely puts a strain on your relationship with Allie.
Yeah.
For sure.
So then, okay, here's my other thing. If we get Ryan out, easy, whatever, everything's at peace. But then the future of the game is harder with Marin in here.
I agree.
Because
I don't want Marin here.
if it's, say, Derek, me, Marin, or Will, me, Marin, that person's gonna pick Marin.
Yep. Regardless, I don't want Marin here. And Marin has vocalized that he has targets in mind, and it's the people who've wronged him.
Yeah, it's you and I.
And this is the thing. I don't believe for a second that Ryan is coming after you.
No.
And I don't think he's coming after me.
No.
So our votes for our own personal gain should be obvious. But I know it's a lot more complicated than that.
Well, Allie's sitting in the room saying to people, you do you. I've dug my own grave. It's fine. But it's in a way that's sort of like boo-hooing me.
Yeah, like wallow in self-pity kind of thing. And
I
that's why
was
Johnny...
taking a nap and I was going to tell her, don't blow up.
Dude,
And then it
we
blew
tried.
up while I was taking my nap.
No, man. No, man. Like, we tried. Because at first I was like, yeah, sure, do what you want. Like, I'll have your back. What the hell is going on? But then, as she was, like, talking it out, Paris was like, why are you getting everybody involved? Like, why does everyone need to know about this? Like, what the fuck is going on? Also, why is Paris telling Ryan that Allie told her to go talk to me?
Paris telling Ryan.
Allie, because Ryan said to me, he was like, one of the reasons that I told Paris, about that is because Paris came up to Ryan when he was like playing pool, and she was like, I know you think you're good, but like Allie just told me to go talk to Erica, and that like you might not be in the clear still, like there might be a blind side kind of thing, blah blah blah. She might be trying to, like, Allie might be trying to orchestrate a blind side. Allegedly is what was said.
Also, Paris was in there saying to Allie, you can vote Marin out. And then Allie goes, I just promised Dayla and Marin that Marin was safe, and if I vote him out, that it puts a target on my back, and especially if we leave Dayla in the dark. Paris goes, it'll be on all of us. And Allie's like, it'll be on me. And Paris like, no, all of us, we're a team. And Allie's like, this is not how that works.
No. Okay, but also like it doesn't matter where Allie votes at this point. She has a target on her back. Ryan and her are now at odds.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter where her vote lies. She can vote to keep Ryan. It's still, he's right. The relationship is irreparable. So, like, for Paris to be like, you can vote Marin out doesn't change anything.
Was she the one?
You're so fucking naive.
Was she the one saying blindside Ryan? I thought it was Dayla.
I don't remember who started that. I think it was a group effort of the three of them, to be honest, because they both dislike him equal amounts. Yeah.
Wow, this sucks.
Well, I still think like Maddie Paris will,
because it's an emotional response to an emotional statement, and I'm not playing that game.
Done. Love it. Absolutely.
I wanted to hear that from you.
No.
Between only
No.
the two of us.
If you will never hear me swear on someone's life.
And it's not because
Never.
I don't mean it at the time. It's because in 3 weeks, who the fuck knows? And I believed so strongly. And like the fucking universe bringing things the way it goes. No.
I would never use a example.
People don't give a shit and will say whatever they want to say in this game to get their way. Yes, I do. Because $100,000 is very nice. Sorry about that, Mom and Dad. There's no way. So just so you're clear.
Dude, I would never, one, ask you to swear on someone's life. 2, never expect you to be forthcoming with that because I would never be, and I know that we
Or 3, take it as facts if somebody said it. And that was in that room. The issue wasn't
that was the first thing I thought.
The issue wasn't the conversations. The issue wasn't whether or not Ryan told the truth or whether it was how everyone was reacting to the final emotional statement of
This is my big thing. At the end of the day, it wasn't about whether or not V was telling the truth. It was about whether you believed her. That's on you, not on them.
And if people figure out how to make people believe stuff in this game,
That's on you, yeah.
Because it's $100,000 and
That's
so
it.
Mom and Dad later on.
And that's why as soon as I heard it, I was just like, I don't take that as the
It's
rule.
not that I
That's
don't,
the
it's
be-all
not that I
and
don't
end-all.
want to work with Allie because she said it. It's not that I don't want to work with Paris because she believed it. It's the fact that it's such a huge factor. It's like,
It's like, oh well, that's that. It's done. I'm like, it's not done. But if that was me on the other end of that, someone was swearing something on their feelings,
I'd be like,
me.
cool.
I feel like anyway, I'm still trying to look at it objectively. It has nothing to do with that. I feel like we're on this like. Yeah.
Because I wanted to make sure, because before the urgency of that like feeling died down and fucking everybody else started screaming at each other.
Yeah. No.
For that to be the be-all, end-all statement,
It would never be for me. For me to hear that from someone is not the rule.
no.
Because, like you said, no one knows but Big Brother, so it's very easy to swear on someone's life when there's no possible improvement.
I don't even really think it takes a shitty person to do it.
No.
Just because
I
my
just think
morals
it's a gut
stand
reaction.
there.
I think it's a gut, like, instinct. It's gonna be like, defend. And it's not to say that I don't believe that Allie was telling the truth.
I do.
But I don't believe her because because she swore in her life. Like, that's not the determining factor. It's everything else surrounding that. That's the determining factor.
There are players in this game, and not just players. There are players in this game that take that as the.
That's that.
It's such an easy way to get them to believe it. And he was with hands.
And he was like, well, I swear on Caitlin's life, Jesse, whatever. So, and, like, no, I'm with you. Sorry, I really have to eat.
But I just want to get that out of the way.
Yep, 100%.
Okay, I couldn't talk to you in the room because it's about Allie.
I know. You guys did say it, didn't you?
What?
You guys did say it, didn't you?
No.
Okay.
What I'm saying is she's ruining my game right now.
Yeah.
Like, and I'm in a really tough
What the hell?
spot.
Whose is this? Yeah.
I either vote out Ryan, which isn't ideal for me, or I vote out Marin and go against her.
Okay. Things I actually want to say though. Also, like, because Allie came down here and she was like talking to me afterwards and stuff. Like, you know, like we got a lot of trust. Da, da, da. And she was like, and like Liv was saying she's on the fence because like she was like Johnny has a lot of good points and stuff. I don't want you to like even say that when I even have like good points that I bring up to you because I feel like it makes it like my decision that I want Ryan gone. You know, and with Allie, I feel like I'm not entirely like.
Okay.
I don't want to just be like.
True.
You know.
True.
Anyways, that's a side point. Is that rude of me to say that?
No, I get it. I just didn't think
Okay.
of it like that because I couldn't think of your points, but I knew you had good points.
Yeah, and I don't think she thought of it like that either. I just like.
No, that's true. I shouldn't say that. But then I'm like, I
Someone
can't
has
think.
the point. True.
Yeah,
and
I
fair
can't
enough.
think of the
Actually, maybe it makes
arguments.
more sense for you to.
I'm like, shit. What were the arguments again?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And I think it's fine actually if we're all like together. I just in my mind I'm like, ugh.
yeah.
Liv.
No, makes
We
sense.
just had like this one-on-one conversation. You know?
Yeah.
Anyways, also, do you think that was an overreaction on Allie's part to like make sure that Ryan goes home or attempt to make sure Ryan goes home, or was that actually her true emotions?
I have no idea.
Can't tell with her.
I can't tell.
'Cause she was like laughing
Probably
and totally
true.
fine after.
Probably true emotions, but maybe a little bit of ulterior motive.
Yeah.
Fuck me.
I think Ryan's still gonna stay this week.
I want him to.
I think he will.
Like, you're the one who blew up, and I want to like help her as much as I can.
Yeah.
But this is my game.
And it's always assumed like, oh, now that I blew up, Liv won't vote.
Right.
You know? And that's
she even
annoying
said-
'cause
she
it
even
makes,
said
it makes
that
you
to
like
me.
a side piece instead
She
of
even
like you.
said that to me in the room. She goes, "You're gonna support me, though." And I said, "I can't remember what I said, but I said something like, well, I'm gonna do what's best for my game, but I'll try and support you if I can."
Yeah.
God damn it! Why did it piss her off so much? I just went back to
I
sleep.
literally was trying to calm her down I was the only person like, don't do it, Allie. Like,
Yeah.
And then they're like, let's bring it on. I was like, okay, but this is a discussion. This isn't like an argument. 'Cause
Right.
I said to her, I was like, Allie, listen, you mended fences, and if he stays this week, you don't want to fuck all that work that you just did up.
Yeah.
Like, I think she just thought like by doing this, he'd go out for sure. You know, like let's call him out. Let's all be on board to get him out.
Right.
And everyone was like, yeah, sure, call him out. I'm like, why? Like,
I was gonna take a nap and then tell him after. I mean, tell her after. Don't call him out.
Yeah.
But then I didn't, and then I heard her yelling while I was in bed.
What was your reaction?
Shit. I just went to the door and listened.
did
I just walked up. Yep, and then walked away. And then I went into HOH with him and Erica because I wanted a witness there when I talked to him. And I just said, look, I'm not coming here to say anything to you. I'm just really genuinely confused as to where you pulled this out of. Because
Yeah.
I don't remember.
I am too, because
I
he
don't
seems like he
remember-
believes it.
Yeah, and I
Whether
said,
or not you said it or not.
I'm just confused. Like, I don't remember that being said. But and I said also, I said in your defense, I don't always listen to everything.
Yeah.
You know, if you're doing something, or maybe
Yeah.
it was like I didn't hear. But I said I'm just genuinely confused.
It's just in my mind, it like made sense too, because you guys have been talking about like how Paris is like all over the place lately.
Yeah, but I don't say that to anyone except you and her.
And Allie, that's
but
why-
Allie doesn't say it. I'm the one who says it.
Okay,
but
okay,
I
okay.
didn't say it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
And I was like, maybe it's about me, and they were just like joking or something, because like I walked by you guys there, and
No, it just wasn't said. That's why I'm so confused.
it's so weird that he believes that happened.
Yeah.
So I don't believe he's like
No,
manipulating.
I don't
Ron,
either.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I went in there trying to understand, and I said, I've been like I said, honestly, I've been on the fence, but I've been more leaning towards getting Marin out
Yeah.
for good reasons. I didn't bring you up. I just said there are good reasons. And then he said, yeah, well, like, I'm not coming after you, but I can't go back. I have to get Allie out, essentially.
What if he said something like, what if Allie said something like, I don't trust his pitch.
Imagine we tried to pull that.
What I said was.
Okay, guys, what I said
I
was
just mean, like-
I don't trust his pitch.
I'm like, what's the funniest, like, when we actually watch it back, like, showing you guys what you were saying, what's the funniest, like, what it actually was?
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Well, because if
Like,
it was
these
something,
pants need a stitch. You know, like, just like. Ryan's
this
like,
whole thing blows up. Yeah. I'm genuinely confused about it. I mean, I don't really care, but at the same time, I'm like, I just don't. That's why I didn't care, because it wasn't said, right? If I had thought that something was misunderstood, I would have cleared it up.
Yeah.
Like, oh, this is what I said, or pulled you aside and been like, we said this.
they're calling me. Sorry, I need to figure this out. Can we come back in here?
Later, yeah.
I was done with Game Talks. Are you calling me? Okay.
No more of that.
Okay.
Truth.
Do anyone know in here who John Cabot is?
If he's a
He discovered
Cabot
Newfoundland.
Trail, like
Is he a
Yeah,
murderer?
he discovered Newfoundland.
Oh.
you discovered Newfoundland?
John Cabot.
Yeah.
You guys didn't learn that in school?
I wonder how
Yeah.
many people he murdered.
Okay, I'm gonna go eat a fruit.
Well, while we're all here,
A
can we not
fruit.
just discuss this eviction?
yeah, Liv, come back.
Apparently not.
So she's brutal for that. Like she just always leaves.
I'm gonna go eat a fruit.
Oh, Johnny, lead the way.
Well, I don't know. I get that there is hesitation both ways.
Who does everybody prefer individually? Then maybe we can take a freaking consensus.
I prefer Ryan to stay.
Me too. As an
I think me
individual, personally, no.
Personally.
Really.
For my game, I think I would prefer Ryan because I don't want to just the potential to go up on the black against mirror.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. I don't like if it's 4-4. That's not ideal. But if no one wants to,
No, that's what I'm saying. It's like
I think it's like I think Liv might feel the same too, though.
it seemed like it. But also, she's in a shitty position either way.
Yeah.
Like her
Yeah.
position sucks regardless.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, but my issue is I don't want anyone to be on the wrong side of the gun if he stays, because if it is a 4-4 tie,
no, it would
and I
involve
keep him-
us changing our vote.
No, but that's all I'm saying is like I don't want to sit here and be like, oh, like okay, I don't know, whatever, because if it is a 4-4 thing, whoever stays, whoever's on the opposite side of that is fucked. You know what I mean? So I just want to make
fucked.
sure. Not
We're so,
fucked,
we're so
but it's
scared
like-
of that in this game, but I feel like it's really just the game too.
No,
right?
and I also don't think it's a bad thing to like draw the line. You know what I mean? Where you're like, no, I'm sorry, I literally can't vote for you.
Yeah, I feel like regardless, I can just tell I can tell Liv to vote, or Liv can just vote for Ryan to stay.
Liv can just vote for whoever. Like honestly, Liv, if she votes wherever and it ends up being a tie, I have no problem.
I'm not gonna like change my vote and say, oh, I'm
Yeah,
scared
no,
of being
no.
on the wrong side of the vote, so I'm
No.
gonna vote to keep you. No, that's fake too.
For sure.
If you say you want to tell Dayla though,
Yeah, I would.
then like that, I feel like that's like there's 4 people who are against you, Dayla.
No, I'm not saying that. Like,
No, let
or
me-
I can,
let
I
me
can
just say
or I
that.
can just
Yeah,
vote
I
the
was
way
gonna
that
say,
I'm
why
gonna vote.
doesn't
and you guys-
Erica-
Yeah,
Let
like
me just pitch
if
it
it's
the
not gonna
same way
be-
that just got pitched.
No, I said
a
I would
second
tell
ago.
I would tell them if I was voting to keep Ryan.
Okay.
But if I'm
still
not going to
think-
vote to keep Ryan, I don't have to tell them anything.
Right.
I still am
Gotcha.
going to speak to them though and say,
Yeah.
hey, listen, if it is a 4-4 tie, I will break the vote. I will break the tie and keep Ryan. So
Yeah.
just know that when you're casting your votes, that if it is a 4-4 tie, you might be on the wrong side of the vote. I don't know if that's something you care about.
Yeah.
If it is something you care about, then
There you
might
go.
wanna plan accordingly.
I
if
meant,
not,
like-
do you? I literally could not give a fuck less.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Yeah.
Because when we talk to them, Shabby keeps saying like I'm indecisive and stuff.
Do whatever you
I don't
want.
want Maren to feel like.
I know.
In this game, I've literally been the person to tell the person they're going home like every fucking week because I
Yeah.
cannot do this
This
indecisive thing.
fake ass.
And
Yeah.
everyone keeps doing it, but I feel like I should.
I think for his own sake and for his own peace of mind, if you're going to vote him out, you should just tell him.
I agree. If
I
he
would
used to
wanna
ask me,
know.
I'm going to tell him now.
I would want to know and mentally
I would
prepare.
100% wanna
I don't
know.
want
When
to
he
be
asked me
like,
2
look
days
at the
ago-
difference- being
Look at the
anxious till
difference
day of.
between how Jesse went out and how V went out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like how you're able to be like, all right, this was fun, came to terms with it a little bit.
Yeah.
Bye guys, love you all. As
Yeah.
opposed to being like,
When he asked me
Stressing
2 days
too,
ago,
like the
I couldn't
morning
give
of
him that
event. Like,
decisiveness.
just have your
Yeah,
peace.
I think it makes it doesn't lessen the blow anymore.
No.
And if you can give him an explanation, I think that's good for everybody's
I guess
journey
it's
as
too
well.
Yeah.
Best pan in this game, man, is dangerous.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah. Because now they're still part of the game, just in a different way.
But he really has. He's survived the block twice.
Yeah.
He will survive again and again. He's like a phoenix
Exactly.
rising from the ashes. Phoenix. But into something much less magnificent than a phoenix.
Exactly.
Wins.
Into a pond.
You know, into a pigeon.
Yeah. A
Marin.
dove.
Like a seagull.
Yeah. A seagull.
Young
Back into
Marin.
the ashes.
Yeah. That's funny. Yep.
Yeah, pedicure.
Dude, rough. It's the hot tub, I think.
Oh, Phil Fungus vibes.
Sitting there for like 1,000 years.
Literally wasting away.
Like part of it is too that Marin would put you up.
100%. That's all it is.
Yeah.
Not all it is, but like that's a large portion of that too. He's like blatantly said that
Very
he's
large
coming after
portion,
Liv and
probably.
I.
Yep.
And like that's, I can't have that, obviously. You know what I mean? And if he puts Liv and I up, that's 2 less numbers for us.
Yeah.
Who did he say that to?
Everybody.
I do
pretty
believe
much.
that Ryan could put Dayla up.
Yeah.
I really do believe it.
Oh, yeah.
But Ryan, what?
He's literally said it.
So my
He's the
question
first
is,
person to throw
if
them under the
Ryan
bus.
stays, what's the plan for him moving forward?
We evict him as
He's
soon
an
as possible.
easy person to not
Yeah.
give a shit about.
He's a person we can get out ASAP.
Right, but does he then become the opposite of the perfect pawn? Does he become a larger target that you want to keep in?
Like the biggest shield? No.
No, he
I
has
don't
to
want
go.
him. If
No.
he could go next week, that'd be great.
That'd be great.
Yeah.
But at least it buys us all another week.
So
of
if he's
not
up on
being
the block
anyone's
against
target.
So if he's up on the block against one of Dayla, who goes home?
One of
Good
Dayla.
question.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of Dela.
Okay. And then he's up on the block the next week with one of Dayla, who goes home.
One of Dayla.
Right. And so then he's made it into the
Then he's
triple
kicked out
eviction.
next, if that happens.
And then
he
he's made it
leaves.
into the triple
Easily
eviction.
kicked off in the triple eviction.
And then he leaves.
Has to be some order though. Dayla are clearly a bigger threat than fucking Ryan is. And the
I guess that's what.
Yes and no. Honestly,
The thing is that I like that of Ryan like being kicked off.
if the
Watch these
first
people
option
won't
is
put Dela
who
up.
goes home, him or Kayla, okay, then probably Kayla. But if
Yeah.
he goes him or Derek,
Yeah,
Yeah.
truth.
Derek can stay.
I agree.
Yeah.
I think Ryan's a bigger threat than Derek alone.
Truth. I
for
hear what you're
sure.
saying.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
150%.
That's true.
100%.
Kayla is like by far the stronger one out of the two,
100%.
socially, physically, like in every way.
Yeah.
And I like that we talked about this beforehand too, because I do agree. It won't be a big like.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't think it's one of Dayla either way. Depends
No,
on
that's
which
true.
one of Dayla it is.
And puts me and Liv up.
I don't think he will.
He's not even gonna. I don't think he's
He's
even
gonna put
trying
us
to
up
win.
because she's a vote for me, and he wants me.
Well, we could win the veto if it was ever to happen. Pull one of you down, and whoever he puts up on side, like, just
And
But
he,
then who's he going to put up? He's going to put one of us up.
I don't think so. I think he'd put up Dayla.
Who's love?
Oh,
He's
yeah.
gonna put
That's
Dayla.
fair.
That's why.
And then who goes home? One of Dayla.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's
fair.
Exactly. He won't
Yeah,
do
I
that.
don't think he'd use a backdoor opportunity on any of us.
He wouldn't,
He wants
because it's resume building too.
That's fair.
Well, the thing is also.
There's so many possible freaking
Unless he thought
combinations.
to himself that putting up someone who guarantees like Allie goes home, you know, wouldn't be Dayla.
I don't think so though, because
I
who's
think-
going to vote for that
I think
in
the
the end?
I think the better bet is to fucking convince him to take a shot at Dayla the first time. He did it once before. He would do it again.
Yeah.
This is why I do
And
not
you
want
can't convince him to do anything at this point. And I know that
No,
feels powerless.
That's exactly why. Like, I
You're
get
not
why
the
you're
only
fucking
one who's here.
fuming
Yeah.
with the idea of this. Like, this is why also I did not want you to freak out yesterday at this because you were in a good position with him.
I
Yeah.
wasn't in a good position.
You were in a better position.
Yeah, but I wasn't in a good position. I never.
No,
was.
that's fair.
I didn't believe it in the HOH, and I
I
didn't
believe that
it
he would have
before
put up
the-
Dayla for sure if that happened, and his song changed a little bit after that
The
moment.
one
So
thing that might be reassuring though is that when I talked to him, he said he doesn't even want to win the next HOH.
Yeah.
Bullshit.
he did, yeah. But
That's bullshit.
I feel like it might be a strategy though, just to like let other people blow up, and there needs to be a war in here so I can coast by. Because he feels like he's on the
But that's
outs.
great. If he doesn't win the next HOH, get his ass out.
Yeah. We can agree.
Like, you know what I mean? If you or Liv win the next HOH, you're like, it's a no-brainer. You know what I mean? And then no matter
he
who
and
sits
he
inside-
wouldn't go to the final two with anyone because no one would bring him to the final two because they know that if he got to the final two, he probably
can't even-
wouldn't.
But you can't even like.
No, he's not going to make
He's
it.
not gonna make it
far
past
enough to even be
final
consideration
freaking
for
eight.
final two.
No.
No,
Like no.
no, it's
I
too
agree.
good for all of our games to keep him for long.
This is the thing. We all can see that. But it's like, what is the imminent like? And this is the issue. Neither are imminent threats. And that's what makes it hard.
Yeah.
You know. really thought these were good noms.
They are good.
No, but they're
That's why it's
hard for wrong reason, like for different reasons than I anticipated.
Yeah.
Because it's like either one goes, no one's game is blown up because of it. Everyone can get behind either of them going.
Yeah.
But now it's a matter of like you're weighing two good options, and it's literally like comparing apples and oranges. You're like,
Yeah.
I don't know what I feel like, and these are my options.
Yeah.
Both good.
Predicts that we will all look at Marin on the good pawn scale and say, if they're smart, they'll get him out because he's the best pawn.
Yeah.
So I know I'm good. I know I'm good because
Yeah.
I'm up against him, and this is the perfect time to get him out. That's why he's safe, because he's that smart, and that's how well he knows this game. And if it was
For sure.
him, that's what he would do, right?
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. He's brilliant. He's brilliant.
If it was him, he would get out Marin.
Yeah, like if it was him, he would get out Marin.
But he is smart and he does know this game.
That's
So
why
getting
he's
out
feeling-
Marin is a good call then.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Which is so annoying.
I never said it
No,
was
it's
a
just
bad call.
annoying
I'm
that
just
he's
saying that's how smart he is,
Yeah.
that he can be cocky as he wants and knows that he's staying. Like, that's how smart he is. His ass is on the block, and he's not have a care in the world.
Yeah. I know it's
Because
irritating.
that's how well he knows this game, and he's right. And he's right.
He's been watching 26 seasons of it.
Yeah.
He doesn't know it by now.
Maybe Dela already wants to keep him though, because he said yesterday he talked with him and he feels like they're gonna keep
But
him.
they've been saying that the whole time.
The whole
They've
week.
been fake about it the whole time.
Okay.
Why'd they give him?
They told me yesterday they were gonna evict him.
Okay.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, someone complained that even Ryan said that Ryan or Dale actually was Ryan out. And
Well,
maybe
they apparently Dale already told them.
Yeah, and if he feels good with
They-
Dela because
They
they
won't
said
evict
that they're going to keep
They
him, I think
won't.
he's
But
going
they
to
will.
go after
According
them.
to
Nope.
Maddie. I don't know. Maddie just told me that right now.
Are you
Yeah.
sure, Maddie?
They didn't say like we are going to blah blah, but I told them that I was going to, and they're like, well, we don't have to agree.
Oh, wait,
you
but they didn't say
sure?
that to him.
Are you sure about what?
Oh, I don't know what they said to him.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
no,
yeah.
I'm
No,
sorry.
they've been bullshitting
This
him.
entire-
Yeah, yeah,
I'm
yeah,
sorry
okay.
that I misunderstood that question. They were implying to me that they were going
Oh, they are. Yeah,
after.
they are.
Yeah,
They are. Yeah, that's, yeah.
that's different.
No, they've been
But if he
telling him.
feels good with them, he's obviously not going after them.
That's not true at all.
I don't think so
Just for
either.
votes, really? And if they vote
Well,
against
he
him,
know-
you don't think he's going to go after
He
them?
thinks it was their idea to blindside him, and he said to me, they looked me in my eyes and said 150%, I have your back. And he's like, I can't look past
I think that
that.
was earlier though. Now he thinks it was my idea to blindside him.
How do you know that?
That's just what I heard.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know. He said to me it was their idea, and he wants to go after them because of that. Because they told him 150% we have your back, and they gave him his word to his face.
Yeah.
Sweating my fucking ass off.
Yeah, that wool, sheepskin. What is that?
Sherpa.
Yeah, I feel bad you haven't gotten to wear that thing. Wear it all day today.
You know, I'm keeping it. This is my coat. I brought it here.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
what?
yeah.
How are you going to play me like that? I literally purchased this. It's mine. It's in my closet.
It doesn't
I would
have
like
a logo
to
on
wear
it. Yeah,
Like, it's mine. And it's not even like a fun item.
yeah.
It's not like a onesie or like a funny hat or like a cool shirt. It's like just my coat. This is like my fall jacket. Like, I don't know why. This is like my luxury item.
Maybe you didn't have a lot of options.
What?
What?
We're doing Marin? What? We're joining Marin?
What? No?
Start over.
Listen.
What?
Maybe. But it's also something to consider.
I feel like I missed it. Oh, Marin, were you with Dela? Yeah. Supposedly. Yeah. Okay, yeah, I didn't know.
He said he made, like, when he was backed into a wall, like, he was like, I panicked and just wanted to stay, so I got a deal with Dale.
He said that?
Apparently, Marin said that.
Oh.
And I want
We're
to
just
talk to
second suspicious
Marin
of it.
and try to see
believe
if I can
that.
prod.
I
I
believe
believe
it,
it too.
for sure.
100% I believe it.
No one's offering him anything, so why would
And
it work?
Dela is on an island by themselves.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where it's like I don't think that they'd rally him as like an alliance member necessarily,
Yeah.
but I think that's a great way for them to get a number. So I am still skeptical about Marin's place in this game right now.
Totally.
Of course.
But I believe what Ryan wants to talk to you two about is the potential to strike a deal and say that he's going after Dale if he stays.
I feel like that's gonna be a bullshit deal though.
Well,
I don't believe it.
I also don't not believe it
Yeah.
because
I do believe it, but I'm scared to say that because I feel like it's
You do believe it?
my own agenda, and I want to kind of
I don't.
take it
I believe it as well.
No, I want to hear everyone's opinion.
Yeah, I do too.
I believe it as well.
Yeah. Because what he's been saying for like fucking ages now.
This is literally,
just
and
that.
he's the first person to throw their name out every time.
Yeah.
I don't think you guys would be his targets at all.
Yeah.
Like I really don't.
But like,
But
okay,
I
you're
know.
suss it out yourself. So
I was gonna say this is
No, it's still like a team thing, and if
literally I was like okay, like all for it, and now I'm like, let's try to take this like a little more tactically and make sure we weigh out all of our options here, because if he goes against that, that's his life in this game. You know what I mean? If he wins HOH next week and puts you two up, you're coming down because there's no way Ryan is gonna win the veto. Like, you know what I mean? Like, but I want you guys to have your conversation with him. Feel him out. See what he's saying. He didn't say anything to me. He was like, I feel like. He's like, I don't feel as safe as I did before. He's like, I feel like Allie and Liv feel like I'm coming after them because I was
Based
upset
on
the other-
fucking shit you've
He
said.
goes- He goes, because I was upset with him the other day. Yeah, absolutely.
And I
Literally.
can't have this conversation with him and not call him out on his bullshit.
And I expect you to, and I would anticipate you doing that. And I think that's the best course of action so that it's as transparent as possible.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because you saying, because he said, he's like, I think they think I'm coming after them. And I was like, which is fair? And he's like, which is completely fair. And I was like, okay, as long as you can establish the fact that, like, this is your doing, like, that's his doing, why you would anticipate him coming after you. And that's no one else, like, you know what I mean? Like, there's only one person to blame for that. And that's his own actions and his own words from his own fucking mouth. So if he's gonna sit there and preach to you and be like, I never meant a word I said, yeah, I understand why that's fucking BS. Because it came out of your damn mouth. It's not like it's hearsay.
Especially when you sit people in a room and then throw my name under the bus and said that I said these people had a Final Four deal. I can't have somebody like that around who's just going to start shit for
I
the
get
sake
that.
of starting shit.
I absolutely get that. I really do. But I'm just saying, hear it out.
I will.
Shake. I will.
I'm so fucking annoyed. Who like hovers at doors?
was that him?
Yeah.
He just laughed.
Yeah.
I saw the pill probably and was like,
But it's just one of those things. That's fine. I don't even care. Like, I will
I don't
sit
care.
him down
I'm
and
gonna
have
say
this
the exact same
conversation.
personal level, it's like exhausting thinking about continuing more conversation with Ryan as the week goes on.
No, I get it.
But
I hear you though. I hear you though.
I just think it's one of those things to weigh all the options.
had a one-on-one conversation with Karen yesterday.
Yes.
Oh, it was a real pillow.
It is a real pillow. Sorry.
Okay.
Pillow talk, that's cute.
Why would it not be a real fucking pillow? The old fake pillow in front of the door.
Jokes.
That's fine.
Whatever. I hear you though. I don't want to make any rash decisions either, and this definitely isn't a personal thing for me.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't personal for me for the last 3 weeks when everybody kept saying, let's get Ryan out, let's get Ryan out, let's get Ryan out. And I said, as a human, I'm talking to him, but on a game level, I don't think it's necessary to get him out right now.
Yeah.
But it's getting to that point of the game now where on a game level, besides the human factor, he's fucking dangerous.
Yeah, but you don't think that that's a good way to take a shot at Dayla?
I know, and if Taylor wins next week, he's a buffer as well.
Yeah.
Because they'll maybe still go after him, then they will.
Yep. He's a huge target. He has the next, like, he has the next most comp wins in here.
Yeah.
And I get that it's like,
Doesn't
to
matter.
an extent you want to get him out, but also
maybe
to keep him.
Maybe it's better not to like call him out on shit, but just like repair bridges even if you feel like this is gonna happen. Because then next week he'll feel like more comfortable with you guys instead of like there's still animosity there, you know.
Well,
Like
I can put things on the table and then release and let go.
Yes, that's what you should do. Yeah.
That's
And
what
I
I
think
need.
that's the best.
to look
That's
in
the
my
only
face.
way to move forward with your
Because I'm
relationship
gonna
with
tell you
him
this
anyway.
right now. If I have a conversation with him and I call him out and he'll say, yes, I did do that,
I agree with that.
I'm not doing
because
it.
if someone's there's a difference between someone being like, I fucked up.
You're like, yes, I
And-
did say
What
that.
did you fuck up on?
He specifically said that he was coming after me and Liv, and he said that I was playing a more aggressive game, and that out of the two, he would take me out first because I at least
Damn.
made an effort to try and mend fences with him, and that I'm more strategic or whatever the fuck whatever.
Yeah, he probably made some fucking kind of stir shit up and then failed at it, so.
Right. So then own up to it.
Yeah.
If you can say to me, I did say that, but that was in a moment of despair or because I felt this or because I felt that. But if you do this whole, no, I didn't say that. Fuck you.
No, but that's how I felt
Because
about.
how am I supposed to trust you if you can't even?
No,
how
and
am I
that's-
supposed to trust you?
That's how I felt about the Veronica vote
You don't have
situation.
to trust him as an ally either, just to keep him in this game, you know?
But I can't trust that if he wins next week,
I
he
see.
doesn't take a shot at Dayla.
But
I
if
can't
he-
trust that.
So if he wins next week, do you
Especially-
truly think that if you could strike a deal with him, he'll back it?
I don't know. For
I think
sure.
he would.
Yeah.
I don't know for sure,
could back
but I can't take the risk with my game.
Yep, that's fair. That's
I
fair.
don't know if there's no 100% on either side of that spectrum, but I can't take the risk with my game
I guess,
because
but
I
at the
feel
same
like he
time-
knows. Here's what I know. I feel like he knows that she and I have more friends in this house than Dayla, so that everybody else is gunning for Dayla, and that nobody's gonna gun for us. So he would rather take the shot at us and let somebody else take the shot at Dayla.
But you also don't. Where do you think Marin's gun's gonna lie?
Huh?
Where do you think Marin's target would lie?
I have no idea, but I did literally have a conversation. Did literally have a conversation with him yesterday. And
Is
he
this the
literally-
second time you put him up?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pissed him off.
And I put him
He's
up once.
he's run his mouth already.
Yeah.
And he's like, you're gonna put Erica up, obviously. To anyone who's like, I don't know what I would do next week. He's like, well, obviously Erica.
'Cause I guess you promised him last week and then you still want to put him up this week or some shit.
Totally fair. It's facts.
So then we should get him out
I would prefer that.
because it's your
But
week.
it's
your
everyone's individual own game. And I refuse to be that HOH who sits there and says, this is what we're doing. And then if it
haven't.
backfires, I know. but
And
if
that's
it
why I'm saying
backfires-
it's your turn to say what you.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't have to be you dictating though. It's just like.
But that's what I don't want to. I
This
just
is a
want to
good
make sure it's an
consensus.
open discussion.
This is a group consensus.
Because a lot of people have come to me and said, I prefer to get Marin out this week.
Okay.
So I'm just trying to take it to the floor with the people that I care the most about in this game and be like, it seems like we're split vote at this point.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to be honest, if it comes down to a 4-4 tie, I will be keeping Ryan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fair.
My word. His whole nomination speech, his whole everything. I truly don't think he's lied about that much
I don't think so either.
at all.
Okay. Fair.
I really
Can I
don't.
throw something out there? As for consideration,
Yeah.
if we go over there and have this conversation with him,
Yeah.
and he admits to his
Yeah.
faults,
Yeah.
I'm cool with the whole.
Yeah.
Oh wait. If he bullshits me,
Yeah.
I'm still cool with letting Marin go first because that's a direct threat to you.
Right.
And it's your HOH and you gotta do what's best for your game.
Yeah.
If we can agree that next week the shot is at Ryan and not at Dayla.
What? No.
Well then that was like this is a tough situation.
And that's fair too.
But
Because if Dale is gone, then it was Ryan take a shot.
But this entire time I've been saying like Dayla's coming after like potentially me and Will.
Yeah.
And it's like constantly like your guys' targets are going or people could put you up and stuff are going. And if Ryan puts his way less of a threat than a couple who is like athletic, who is like smart.
Yeah.
And who will advance in this game, you know what I'm saying?
I do see that.
I don't mean to just shut down and say no. I mean
No,
listen to
I know,
what
I'm
you're
listening.
saying.
That's
Yeah.
why I'm just throwing it out there.
Yeah, yeah.
I feel like
But I think that the thing is though, Ryan very much could go home next week. Should someone win who doesn't want to put up Dayla, you know what I mean? He will still be the target for that. So
Right.
there's odds of that happening that are better than a lot of people.
I think it's one of those things where it's like I think you're right. There are odds that it could go either way. But if you win and you do not want to take the shot at Dayla,
There's
you would
somebody
rather
can.
take it at Ryan, we'll get behind you on that. You know what I mean? Like I'm behind that, 100%. But my big thing is like, I don't know, and I will not tell anyone else how to play their game.
Yeah, no,
And that's
for
why
sure.
I won't tell you where to vote.
Yeah.
I'll put my concerns out on the table, and that's on you because I can't take ownership for other people's decisions. Because I can't hold everybody's game in my hands as HOH, being like, you're gonna put your own game in jeopardy in order to do what I want to do. I can't push my agenda like that. It just doesn't feel right. It doesn't feel good. It's like, I'm not going to sit here and be a dictator because I have power for 7 days or 14 days. But for me, personally, I would rather keep Ryan this week. And that's going to vary person to person. But regardless, it's not just because we might have a difference of opinion in it. It doesn't mean that it's like, well, you're at odds with me. Like, it's not like
Obviously.
that. We're all going to have difference of opinion.
Right.
Yeah, for sure. And there's got to be give and take on both directions, or else it's just like you feel like you're being bulldozed. You know,
I
right?
just want to make sure it's not Ryan telling you this shit about Marin because he'll say anything to save his ass.
For sure. But I genuinely don't know where Marin's at. I truly don't. And that seems like the perfect individual to take the shot at me, who I've not spoken any game with still. It's been 30 days.
For sure.
And attempt to like make himself do something in this game.
To have his moment. You know? So.
All right, fair enough.
And it's like, true or not, I literally, like.
I still do believe that Ryan, and I feel like I've been saying this, that Ryan would take a shot at Dayla.
I think, oh yeah.
It depends on how you, like, if you set it up in like a.
Yeah, for sure. And let me rephrase too. I don't mean like whoever wins HOH takes a shot at Ryan. I mean to say, if you or Will win HOH and you want to take a shot at Dayla, do it.
Yeah.
But if we win,
Yeah, that's what I said.
I'm not agreeing to Dayla.
That's what I said. Yeah.
I'm doing Ryan.
That's what, yeah, absolutely. And that's for your individual,
Yeah.
and that's fair. And I think the group can always get behind like the fears and the reservations of someone, like, and that's the same thing for me sitting here being like, I know we might want Ryan out, but I think it's best, like, in order to keep me safe, I feel like Marin should go. And next week for you to sit in HOH and be like, I know we said Dayla, but I feel it's best for you that Ryan goes. Ryan goes. You know what I mean? Like,
It's
it's.
gonna suck though if it's like, say endurance and like you and I left up there.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Fight to the
shit.
death, buddy.
You'd be like, no.
Drop it.
Literally.
I mean, either way, I'll be happy because
But this is the big
not
thing.
one of us.
This is the thing.
But we just have,
Everybody's
you know.
gotta go. Everybody's gotta
I
go.
know.
Yeah, it's,
So yeah, like either way, I'll be happy if one of them goes or Ryan goes. But you have your own concerns. I have my own concerns. We're working as a collective, but at the same time, we gotta do what's best for us.
yeah.
Which is why I understand and respect. If you feel that strongly about it, I'm not gonna not support you. You know.
But I also would never want you to feel as though you're jeopardizing your game if you think that no matter what, 100% Ryan's coming after you as a threat. I'm not going to force your
I don't have
hand.
the votes. I don't have the votes.
So, I mean, you're going to have Dayla's vote.
Yeah, but that's a 4-4, and you break the tie. You said no. So
Then you're not gonna go against that and then
No.
get fucked with Ryan.
yeah.
Well, and that's the thing, too. If you're on the other side, if Ryan stays, I don't want you guys to be on the other side of that gun.
That's what I'm saying.
If it's just.
If I don't have the votes, I don't have the vote.
What if can we leave Dayla on the other side of that?
That's, I mean, it wouldn't suck. But also,
But it's super obvious.
We don't need to do like a group thing every time.
no, I know. But it's just, it does look like it's like this whole house is working together and then us on the other, like,
Yeah,
and then them on the other side. But it's really like, I don't even know if we can get them to get behind sending Marin home. I don't know if we can.
I don't know. I need to have this conversation with Ryan first.
Yeah,
They
I
tell
would talk
them
to
that,
Ryan.
or they just tell Mary that.
Yeah. And then it's a huge shitstorm.
He wants to have a talk with both of us together.
Yeah.
Right.
Why? Freak.
He said it's because he was like, I feel like the vote might be split 4-4. And he was like, I would like to work on
Preview lock rotation. Switch.
I'm just letting you know.
YouTube video player button heading cap pre-record 15 minutes elapsed of 18 minute track ep 11/11.
Behind me. He's like, I don't know where you stand. What you want to do? He's like, I'm gonna stay in this house. I want to prove to people that I give my word to that it means something. He's like, I don't know where you're at, but because I literally said to him, I basically was like, as soon as Vito's over, I was like, it's like you're week 2. Nobody tells me anything. I was like, I don't know what's going on, kind of thing. Like,
Can I just point out one other thing?
please.
The fact that he's able to step back, reconvene, and come back with a new approach.
Yeah.
Because he's
it's
intuitive
impressive,
enough
yeah.
to sense that he's no longer that safe.
Yeah.
Is what fucking terrifies me about
totally
him.
feel
It's
that.
strategic. It is strong game.
Very
You can work week after week after week. Whereas Marion's running around his mouth. He can't win shit. Yeah. He stands alone. Not wrong. Just another thing to think about.
That's also not wrong.
This is very good. And how Ryan's managed to put 2 of his best friends on the block week 2, fly solo, win when necessary, and come back, revert, and re-strategize to get just 1 week. All I want is 1 more week. All I want is 1 more
Is that what
week.
he's saying?
Yeah.
Oh, really? No, I haven't.
Well, that's what he says, but then he's like, or he'll say, oh, the jury's strategy, this. Like, he's got so many fucking different strategies and gameplays in his head. And that's something to be afraid of. That's not something to take lightly.
No, and I agree.
Every week is an inch, and before you know it, it's like, fuck. That's my only thing. Marin, he has no idea what the fuck he's doing. He does not know how to play this game.
No, he honestly doesn't. Like, at all.
And the chances, but I get it.
With him, if he is under Dayla's wing, Kayla knows how to play this fucking game.
Yeah.
Very well.
If he's coming after you, he's for sure told Kayla that as well, and she's been not.
But I'm not opposed to it, because I haven't heard about it from Kayla. I've heard about it from Will.
Oh, excuse me.
Who I don't think fabricates things out of thin air.
Who?
Will.
No, and Marin, even my chats with him seemed like he was alluding to the fact that he was upset with you.
Yep.
Yeah, of course. Well, of course he is.
Close. Airplane ticket 90 track episode 9 screen record control center. Ticket 9 ticket airdrop Wi-Fi more so I pre-plug net lock sprite vo type selected